You're listening to the Ochoman, Behind the Eight Ball, only on Ignotainment. Without further ado, the one, the only, Ochoman.
Behind the eight ball. All my life, that's where I've been.
Behind the eight ball, July 16th. Hola, muchachos, my friends. What a great show we're going to have today. We already had a big fucking fist fight already with...
I'm already pissed.
With Armand here. Me and Armand went at it.
Thought I was gonna have to call the marshals or something.
I fucking gave up on Rand Paul, and Armand
and he gave up on you, too.
I gave up on that little shit, too, that little jockey prick.
Ocho Vag.
Yeah, Ocho Vag is on the loose, and he's
guy.
rubbing
Where's he
it
been?
all over Rand Paul. Goodbye. Goodbye, Rand.
You going to vote for the Green Party?
Every time I
The
vote
Polar
for
Bear
him,
Party?
every time, yeah, well, Polar. I
Am
put another post on.
Am I
too.
censored? Yeah, but I unfriended you, so I don't give a damn.
Oh, yeah,
you can put
did
anything you want. Damn right I
You
did. Out you go.
motherfucker. Yeah,
You,
great.
Ocho Man, the whole show. I hate you all.
All right, great then, great. No wonder
Chris is still my friend. Nick's my friend,
Thanks,
but not you.
No wonder the polar bear's still holding up without
Yeah,
any
go ahead,
remarks
post
from
anything you like.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it. Hey, you know we're headed for. You do know that the Royal Academy has decided we're heading for another ice age in 2020. Did you know that?
I don't know about that, but I do know that they came out with yesterday or the day before that scared the shit out of me. They're talking about how the entire California is going to be submerged in the biggest fucking earthquake.
Oh, sure.
And fuck,
Because of global warming?
They say it all the time.
yeah, but didn't they say that in the early 80s about St. Louis? They said that there's some sort of earthquake that's going... They even named the date.
the
and
new
all that.
I'll tell you
New
what,
Madrid
December
Fall?
4th, December 4th on 1989. What?
Was
no,
it
90.
89?
It was. Excuse me. It was 90. December 4th, and when we realized that it was bullshit, we threw a party, the end of the world party. And we lived in the Lenox Apartments downtown on St. Louis on Washington Avenue.
Right.
God, that would be the end of the world.
7th floor, and we thought, well, if it happens, we're going down up here on the 7th floor. So we
wait a
threw a
minute.
big party, took some
You remember
mushrooms.
This was
my girlfriend
somebody,
then got mad and started hitting me.
Who prognosticated the end of the world? I don't remember that.
It was the December 4th,
Yeah, I remember
1990.
that.
some seismologist,
some guy,
somebody,
remember
okay,
that?
and he ended up
I was
dying
living in Chicago.
before
I
it
know,
even
but
happened.
he made it really clear the date.
Had the date. Had the day.
And
Yeah.
the fucked up thing about that was me and my dad were working at this company, and we got to cross this McKinley Bridge. And I'm looking at my dad going, maybe we shouldn't
Right
cross
now.
this bridge
Man,
tonight.
I had the same thought. I crossed
What's the difference?
the one adjacent to Chain of Rocks, the one on 270. That
Right,
one,
but
yeah.
just the thought.
And I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
like,
just the thought. What if this bridge goes out?
yeah,
and
this
I'm,
could be
I'm
the
right
time.
on it?
Yeah, right.
Well, you're not
Because
gonna
he called it. He called that
Because
date.
we believe their
Yeah,
bullshit.
right.
Y2K, what happened there?
Yes, you know what
Another
Richard
thing.
Feynman says about that? Science is the belief in the ignorance of the experts.
Well, I got a really good
Great
quote,
quote.
and I like that.
No,
but
Richard Feynman's great.
What's that mean?
It means you believe these idiots that don't know anything.
Well, you're supposed to believe science.
Why?
this is going to go well with
Why do
that.
you have to believe them? Who do you
Who the
believe?
fuck is more
Let
educated
me tell you
in
something.
that field? That's what they study. That's what they work on. All
That doesn't
their
mean
fucking
anything.
life.
They
doesn't
could
mean-
also lie, though. They
they're
could also
deep-
be paid to say whatever.
I got you,
know.
but they're the most educated. And
So
the
what?
Most,
If
So
we're
what?
not
You
going
still
to,
can't tell
he's
the
saying if
future.
we're not going to take their word for it, then we're not taking.
Don't take anybody's word for it. Exactly.
I know.
Big
You
deal.
think
Somebody
that-
tells you it's different. Listen, somebody tells you that sausage clogs up your arteries. That can be tested. Somebody tells you that the world's going to end in 2 days. That can't be tested. It's called, read Karl Popper. Have you read Karl Popper, Nick?
No.
Okay. Karl Popper was a philosopher. He said science should be falsifiable. Okay? You know what that means?
No.
It means if you make, there are three tenets of science: observation,
Right.
theory, testing. Okay?
Okay.
So you observe something. You see a bird fly. Why do you say that gravity doesn't apply to the bird? No, he's flapping his wings. Maybe it has something to do with his wings.
and that's the second.
Correct. You observe, you make a theory. He's flapping, the bird flaps his wings, he creates an updraft, and he
the
flies.
physical part would be
Then
you
you test it.
flapping your wing. I
Well,
mean,
you're flapping your tongue. But
Hey,
here's
one
the
second,
thing.
man. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, that's it. So inherently something has to be falsifiable. For instance, global warming. If you attribute cooling to global warming and everything to global warming,
I swear to God, I hope you're right on this.
I hope I'm right too, because I just told you in the late 20s. Nick, did you hear in the 2020s there's going to be another ice age? There's going to be another Maunder minimum. Now, I'm not going to believe that either, but at least it makes sense because they told us, and it has to do with the electrical universe, by the way.
I didn't know
The sun's electrical current, the convection current, and the magnetic current are perpendicular to each other, which means a Maunder minimum of sunspot activity, less solar activity. Less solar activity means more cosmic rays, more cloud seeding, colder winters. Cold. Now that theoretically you can test in a cloud tank.
Colder winters or
colder temperatures. But if the winters are colder, the ice doesn't melt. Did you see that the last snow in Boston melted yesterday?
You're kidding.
Honest to God, yeah. The last snow, you had all that snow.
I don't.
It just melted yesterday.
Do you hear about that, Nick?
No.
I don't hear about that.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Anyway,
hey, go back to the
Karl Popper.
Say the quote again, and then I'm going to say this quote.
Richard Feynman.
Yeah. The one
science is a belief in the ignorance of the experts.
Is that what? Okay. Here's
these
my
experts. In other words, don't know shit, and we believe them.
This is a
fucking pop.
I'm just trying to drive it home.
Yeah, you can drive it home. All right.
Here's mine. Truth is treason in the empire of lies.
Say that again.
Truth is treason in the empire of lies.
Ah, okay, I get it. Oh, Ron Paul. Oh, wait a minute. We lost to Ron Paul.
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Ocho doesn't listen to Ron Paul.
No, Ron Paul. Ron Paul's my dude, but Rand Paul can go fuck himself.
Look, even Hitler probably said something I'd agree with. You know what I'm saying? You can't just throw the.
Well, first of all, before I say anything
else, baby
Man,
away with the bathwater.
I think before every show we ought to get censored by Ochoman because he already told me what I can and can't discuss. I was going to make a crack about his weight. But I decided not to.
What do you mean fucking tell the people? I want you guys to know out there, I'm not a fucking blimp or anything. Motherfucker just jumps on my ass with a couple fucking pounds overweight, and next thing you know.
A couple pounds.
All right.
How's your diet going?
It's going great. It goes better without you fucking chirping about it.
Well, I think it would go even better with you knowing that I'm going to derogate and denigrate and degrade and decry your weight.
Why don't you just sit there and masturbate?
See now,
Why don't you get that fucking 295-pound sex fucking Jew that
all right.
was hitting on?
Nick, put some porn on there. I'll get to it.
Well, got through the.
We can't talk about the Iranian deal. We can't talk about what can we?
Anybody
I
still
just
listening?
think the Iranian deal,
you
deal
told me
is
not to
fucking
yell. Don't
beautiful.
yell.
All right, I think
It's
that's a
beautiful.
beautiful deal. All right,
It's a stupid deal.
I think finally Obama got this one right, and I'm 100% supporting.
So, in other words, if we hadn't done the deal, there would have been nuclear war, right? We would have bombed Iran.
That's what your fucking Republicans all want. They can't wait to fucking. They sit there, this Cotton Ball or whatever his name is, he doesn't know shit. All he wants to do is make the Israelis happy by saying everything they want to hear. Not you. Why don't you give it a fucking shot, man?
You said...
What the fuck is that?
I just censored myself.
Oh. No, I just think that...
Nick's over there. I don't know what he's... pardon me, Nick. Chris is over
Chris.
there. He's not doing anything.
I'm just saying to you right now. I'm now. I think Israel should just give it a chance. I think Netanyahu should just give it a chance. I think
Israel's going to attack Iran now.
Oh, yeah. They can't wait now.
Good. I hope they do.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
I hope they bomb the shit out of them.
Yeah, that's what's wrong about you. That's what's wrong about your whole elephant party. They're all fucking dipshit fucking war mongers.
You know something? Let's look at that elephant again. Can you everybody, if you're at home, look at the elephant, Republican logo.
Okay, let's
and note. I talked about this before, and I keep seeing it.
Right?
Well, as of 2000, these stars now look like pentagrams.
Of course, they're pentagrams. They're all fucking
okay.
Satanists.
Look at that.
We need
look
some
at
Satanists.
That. Okay, thank you. As the Bush crime family took over the White House. There you go, man. Thank you.
How do you see that, though, Nick?
The Bush family
look at that,
took
man.
over.
They
took over numbers.
And look at the one prior to 2000.
Take over the White House. I don't know what to do.
Well, you know what? If McCain had taken over, he would have really fucking started bombing shit.
Thank God we got Obama. Oh, thank God.
You got that right.
Oh, jeez. He's a.
Oh, this is a good one.
Theme song for the
For
Bush
Soprano.
crime family.
The
Oh,
Sopranos.
let's hear it.
This is it. The Sopranos.
Oh, is that what it is? I didn't recognize it. What do we got for the
Yeah,
Clintons?
Hey, wait for Dick Cheney to walk into the room.
I love Dick Cheney.
Halliburton. Yeah, I thought you would.
Isn't this a
Another
great song,
fucking
Oach?
Cockroach.
Yeah.
Isn't this a great song, Oach?
Was one of the best songs I ever heard for a series. Anyway, you had this thing with this. What the hell was that?
What?
That.
What? Oh, there's more science. The pentaquarks.
Yeah. What the hell's that all about?
All right. Let me explain this to you, little Johnny. Basically, there are.
Condescending.
Well, I mean, you have to make a.
Just fucking shoot it out.
You have to tell like a little fairy tale for Ochoman. You got to give him a little coloring
Make
book.
a little pop-up book.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what I want to see. That's what all my listeners want to see.
Or anyway, we're made up of atoms, right? Do you know what an atom is, Och? Okay.
I got an
Well, the
atom
atom
for you.
is
I
made
got
up
the
of
fucker.
neutrons
Bend
and
over, I'll give you an
protons and
atom.
electrons.
You mean like Adam West?
Adam was. All right, go ahead. That was Batman, by the way, folks.
Yes. Holy nuclear weak force, Batman. Anyway,
Motherfucker popped everything out of that belt, that bat belt.
Yeah, the
He could
utility
be-
belt.
Every year, every fucking show, I was like, "This is the end." There's
I
no
think-
fucking way he'll get out of this one, and then he'll pop something. Robin, reach into my fucking belt, and
I think he
pull out
banged
something.
Catwoman though.
Catwoman.
Lucky
was
dog.
outstanding.
Yeah, Biff.
Boom,
Pow. Wazah. He had some good ones.
I love that Batman.
Ugh.
Hey, which villain was your favorite?
I like Louis the Lilac.
Have you seen pictures of the new Joker?
I knew that would confuse him.
Everyone.
That was Milton Berle. Louis the Lilac. He was
All right.
great.
What about you, Nick? What was your favorite villain in Batman? The old Batman now.
Joker, I guess.
Joker?
I know it's not a very exciting.
He was
story,
that.
but-
He was that Spanish guy.
Cesar Romero?
Yeah, he was good.
I like the Penguin.
the Penguin.
Have you seen
Hey,
the
did you
new
know-
Joker?
Did you know that
Jared Leto's?
Oh, did
Yes,
you know
Commodore.
that they wanted Spencer Tracy to play the Penguin, but he said he'd play him only if he could kill Batman?
Really?
Yeah, so they gave it to Burgess Meredith.
And hey, mine was that Eggman.
Oh, Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vincent
fuck, he-
Egghead.
Oh, he
I
was-
love Vincent Price.
Speaking of
You know,
Batman, though,
speaking of Milton Berle, he had the biggest dick in Hollywood.
you're kidding.
I've actually
God.
heard that.
Actually, he said the funniest joke he had ever heard off the cuff. Milton Berle is taking a piss in the John, and
Why did they name it after me? The toilet. I never
It's not
fucking
called
put
the
a
Oach.
flag there and said this
Yes.
is going to be called John.
Got to
Yeah.
go to the John.
Milton
and take
Berle's
an
going
Oach.
to the Ocho, and Jackie Gleason was next to him, and some guy, I guess, because it was actually a
Were
well-known fact in Hollywood that he had the huge dick.
Were they giving Morse codes to one another?
No, here's what happened. It was a joke. It was a joke. So the guy comes in and he says, "My dick's as big as yours," and Jackie Gleason looks at Milton Berle and goes, "Just take out enough to win." That's a good joke.
That's funny.
All right.
Anyway, a pentaquark.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pentacord.
Atoms are made of neutrons, protons, and electrons. Well, neutrons and protons are called baryons. In 1964, Murray Gell-Mann won the Nobel Prize in Physics because he decided that these were made of quarks. 3 quarks make up a neutron or a proton, and they thought that was it. But now they found that they've actually, at the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland, they have actually put together 5 quarks, i.e. a pentaquark.
Yeah.
They didn't think that was possible.
Well, what the fuck is that all about? Who the hell cares?
Isn't that big news?
Nick, get on here with something.
So, in other words, they're making
All right, you're
atoms
going-
as fat as you are.
Yeah, we're pulling you off the fucking mound. Go.
I didn't say it was exciting.
Go
I just
take a
said it.
shower. That pitcher's off now.
Oh boy.
We got the Kachiga.
You want another dick joke?
Well, I'll throw
Dick
this in
jokes are
real
good.
quick.
Yeah.
For our audience, I'll stick to the dick jokes. I'm trying to
Perhaps-
teach somebody something.
Perhaps Jesus was a hybrid alien.
He always tops me, this guy.
I went to the bullpen for that one.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
That was like
Okay.
a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
This
with
is
movement.
in I
All
don't
right,
mean to.
Jesus,
offend
let's hear
anyone.
about
Let me
Jesus.
Put the disclaimer out there. But Mary was
Mary,
impregnated
Mary.
without sex. Now
Correct. That's
that
right.
is very consistent with these alien abduction stories you hear, where these women are abducted, and
Bang.
through their abduction experiences, they recall carrying a child, and There was a what was her name? Betty Hill in 1966 was abducted, and under hypnosis, she described what she was doing, what they were doing to her, and they said they'd stuck this long needle into her navel, and she communicated with the aliens, asked them what they were doing, and they said it was a pregnancy test. Now, since then, there has been a pregnancy test.
Right. Amniocentesis.
Exactly. But back then, this didn't exist. So how would she have any knowledge of that to fake that story? But she recalled this under hypnosis, that they did this to her, and they called it a pregnancy test.
Well, how the fuck does that make our Jesus Christ, our Lord?
Well, the thing is that okay. Well, no, that's far away from it. But the thing,
What do you mean
I was
your
saying
Lord?
that
You're a Shiite Muslim.
women are that
Your
are
Lord.
claimed being abducted by aliens have claimed carrying a child with them. You know what I'm saying? And then seeing their own child, but that it looked sort of like them. But they had this, kind of innate sense that it was their child.
God, I wish I had a succubus would come and screw me at night.
Also, Noah's Ark was
would be
probably a UFO.
That'd be nice.
Probably to rid the flood was probably to rid the giants of this, of all the. The giants I was telling about that was running the planet.
Oh, no.
Nick,
Noah.
are you seeing these pictures?
Yeah, I
that
see,
Chris,
but no
I
one
think
out
he's
there
mocking
listening
you.
can see the pictures.
Yes,
Oh,
I
they
know.
will.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there has to be a video with this episode.
No. This is just.
so
There's
that's
got to be lightning hitting our
Hey, wait a
studio.
minute. I want to give you a quick quiz to Ochoman. Why is there an INRI over Jesus?
Doesn't that mean your king or something like
Here
that?
is Jesus, the King of the Jews.
That's not bad. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was Jesus, Nazareth, King of the
Yeah,
Jews.
like here's your king.
Jesus of Nazareth, Rex Uden. Yeah, King of the Jews. Very good.
Is that mountain still up there? That
Golgotha?
Golgoth, yeah.
Very good. Attaboy.
Yeah.
Did you know that, devil worshiper?
Yeah,
Satan, can you weigh in?
Yes,
Golgotha,
Lucifer,
I know
what'd
the
you
Bible
think?
stories.
Yes,
I was
Satan.
brainwashed a long time ago.
that man knows everything.
Who were the two thieves that were crucified with him?
I don't know. I think Jesus faked his death. So whatever.
Well, they killed the thieves, though. They actually
there
did
was
die.
there was no Roman law back then that punished
Barnabas?
blasphemy by crucifixion.
No, Dismas and Justus.
And there was never.
No.
They never said who were going to let go,
Yeah, but-
Barabbas or him. It was never up to
Hey,
them.
wait a minute, I saw Anthony
That
Quinn
was not
play him.
bad
Hey,
The
at all.
rabbis did that. The rabbis talked to
No,
Romans
not the
and-
rabbis, the Sanhedrin.
Shakespeare
Yes,
wrote
they're,
that.
they're like a little bit bigger
Yeah.
than the rabbis, right?
You mean like you're bigger than, say, oh, never mind. I've been censored. I don't. You're thin. You look good. You probably got to get a new cap. Your head's getting smaller.
Yeah, I got. Yeah,
Another thing is when they put SPQR, what does that stand for?
I don't know. I need more whiskey though. Fucking.
Do you know that one, Nick? You know
No.
SPQR?
No.
Senatus Populus Romani.
And what does that mean?
Senate and people of Rome.
Oh.
That's the order that they crucified him,
I
if you
tell you
believe that he
what,
was crucified.
that-
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead. Talk about crucifixion.
No, I'm
Well, they
done.
crucified Spartacus, right?
Excuse me, but and they only left Jesus up there for a short time. They let you go
Yes.
up there.
They-
you know
well,
what I mean?
yeah, they let Spartacus-
Why'd they take him down after a
They
few
left
hours?
Spartacus and they lined the Appian Way with Spartacus and all the slaves that revolted in 72 BC.
Was that for real?
Yeah, of course. Kirk Douglas, you think he'd lie?
That's a great movie. Man.
That is a great movie.
Kubrick.
I am Spartacus.
Oh, I found
like
a
the
video.
old version. I don't like the Netflix.
Well, I don't want. That's a bunch of homos. What do you want? That
Oh no,
stupid
not that
thing?
bullshit.
Okay.
Speaking of Stanley
You would think
Kubrick,
they didn't even fight. They just fucked.
They
If you
just
watch
found-
that show.
Yeah. I
Go
see
ahead.
that.
Stanley Kubrick.
Speaking of Stanley Kubrick, people that died of heart attacks after showing movies about the Illuminati 4 days later. I think that
What?
I was talking about this heart attack gun that the CIA had.
God, I wish I had one
Where
of those.
what they do is they take like a what is it? Like it's in shellfish. It's like this poison, okay? And they freeze it, like liquid helium freeze it into like a bullet. And then they put it in this gun, and then it makes no entry wound. It mimics a heart attack, and that's it. And it
Oh,
dissolves.
is that like
it
that
it
thing
melts.
they get out of that fish, the Japanese?
Yeah, I think
puffer
that's what
fish
it
or
is.
whatever.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Mugu.
They
It's called
don't-
mugu.
They don't even have to touch the skin.
No. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then
That's
yeah, and then the thing, the
Right.
bullet, it goes in.
Right.
No. Well, I mean, the bullet or the little thing that they freeze up, it goes in, and it's probably so tiny.
Physically,
Yeah.
does it go in?
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're seeing it coming out of the gun.
I don't know. It's I
It's
saw
like a
it,
little dart, it's a needle. But they, that other thing they bought, that what's his name? That
What do they come up with
Yevchenko
nowadays?
guy they got with the dioxin or whatever. I think they just put some radioactive lint or something in his pocket, and that killed him. He had dioxin, remember? Just ate him away.
Well,
fucking
Bob Marley. Bob Marley got shot. Okay.
Oh,
and
Bob
he-
Marley was going to overdose one day anyway.
Well, on pot, right? And he got shot and he survived that.
That's
The
all he
day
did
that he
was
got out of the hospital, he went to do a concert. And he said this cool thing that hate doesn't take a break, so he can't take a break. But
That's good,
this
too.
guy comes up to him and gives him a pair of boots as a gift from some, I forgot. And it was researched. This guy was a real bastard. Like, he was the man. Anyway, Bob puts on these boots, and he notices something like cut his foot. That's where his cancer developed.
From that?
Yeah.
So what was in the shoe?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a podiatric
You know what I'm
question.
saying?
I had to know that.
Well, that's
They
definitely
can get
a
you like,
podiatric
you know what I
question.
mean? They
Well,
don't even-
that's what killed the Alton Giant too. He had an infection in his foot.
Yeah, but that
He's only
motherfucker-
22 years
yeah,
old.
Yeah, but the guy was
It's his birthday
his knees
today.
and everything.
It's his
His
birthday.
birthday
Yeah.
today? Well, happy birthday, Alton
Robert
Giant.
Wadlow. Yeah, the Alton Giant.
I seen his shoe, man. Jesus Christ.
8
Talking
feet
about
11.
8 feet 11.
I wonder if he's
Not
like
a
part
shoe.
of
You seen the
Nephilim
you seen the
or
statue
something.
in Alton? It's
I
life
seen
size.
that.
massive.
I
Jesus
seen
Christ.
That. I seen that, man. But people like that, they don't live long because the bones in their legs just can't.
Well, he had a
hold
lot
them.
of health problems, but an
Yeah.
infection in his foot finally killed him. He had an ulcer, and he got cellulitis, which
They
they would have
said
called
he
blood
was
poisoning.
Such a nice guy too.
Well, I like you.
Yeah.
You're nice. All you big guys are nice.
Well,
Well, at least big guys like me are getting some pussy. Huh? You want to talk about that? You want to?
No, I don't. I no. Hey, you want to censor something? Censor
Yeah.
my sex life.
Yeah.
Because
Hey,
my dick's been censored.
has there been any shootings this week?
Where at in
Not
St.
my
Louis?
pants.
Has there
no.
been any shootings like like?
Well,
fake
there's a
ones?
guy. There's a guy in St. Louis. I don't know if he's still on, but he's been sitting out there on this fucking what is that? Like a guard tower, and he hasn't come down since there's no shootings in St. Louis. He's been up there.
He's going to wait till
Really?
somebody gets shot to come down.
No, he wants to go a week without a shooting. I don't know. If
good
that's-
luck.
Yeah, because
Very interesting.
We've had a shooting every day in St. Louis.
Well, I don't know about that, but didn't they? Did they come to a decision on that Jim Holmes guy, the guy in the
Colorado.
Yeah, the shooter.
Every time I see
think
that
he's in
now,
court.
Nick, I'm thinking of you
Yeah.
telling me that guy's not the real guy and all
Uh,
that shit. You know,
They might have the new one back, but I mean, actually, I do think they have the guy, the real James Holmes back. I'm not sure, but you can see it doesn't matter.
I know.
because-
I know what you're saying
Yeah,
because
okay.
it was different.
Remember
yeah.
John Holmes? I miss him.
John Holmes.
Johnny
Why?
Holmes.
You want to get piped by him?
No, if you're going to be Milton Berle, John Holmes.
Well, yeah.
I wonder if John Holmes' dick was bigger than Milton Berle's.
But I'll tell you what, as far as fake shootings, this is like huge. I was watching this video of Naomi Wolf, who was a former political advisor to the Clinton.
Yes.
And she was talking to the Liberty Forum and was saying that 2 years in 2012, the year of Sandy Hook, a bill was made up and passed making it legal for the government to propagandize the U.S. citizens. So she says, and this is, I'm just telling you, talking about the video, and I just saw this and it's very interesting. She says, so what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that we live in an era where it's not crazy or, to question whether or not what you see on the news is real.
Well, I'm going to make a public service announcement right now. I would say question everything.
Exactly.
Believe me,
You know
I
what?
question
Exactly.
everything. I don't buy anything anybody says. No, but if you hear something about pentaquarks on this show, look it up and read about it. If you hear
should
about
really-
Jesus being alien, look it up and make sure it
do
is
your own
falsifiable.
research and understand it with your own
Exactly.
research.
This country, we're so lazy and we're such pussies. We just listen to it and we believe it and then we move on.
And you know what?
There you go. So
His-
anybody that's called me crazy out
not
there,
calling you crazy.
Yeah.
I
No one's
don't mean it
calling
here.
Nick
I'm just
crazy in
saying
this
out
room.
Not
there.
today.
My
There
God, did
you
we give
go.
up when the Germans bombed our... I'm telling you right now, this is good shit. And here's another thing, too. The guy that you hang around with,
Who?
the history teacher, Mr.
He's a
Smallman,
dick. He's a dick.
he's a dick.
If you're listening, Gene, you're a dick.
Well, any case, Smallman once said to the entire class, he said, "Who here trusts the government?" And fucking 90% of the people, and the other 10% were sleeping.
That's ironic because he loves the government. That's
yeah,
all,
but at the time,
unbelievable. He said that.
Yeah, everyone put their.
Boy, I wish I had that on tape.
And then he said, on top of that, I feel sorry for you guys because you should never believe the government. You should always question the government.
Right.
Yeah,
damn right.
Wow, I never heard that. From
yeah,
him,
well,
but I probably
that's
wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, well, nobody.
You were that 10% that just
listen. We all got to go out to lunch with him, and you remind him of that because I go out to lunch with him every week, and it's agony.
He'll probably forget.
I know he's an old fart now.
People,
it's dotage.
It's easy to just take.
People
take
don't want
what
to read.
You see
they
on
don't
the
want to
news.
research.
You know what I mean? They don't. But also, people can't wrap their heads around a government that would attack its own people, that would fake the news. They can't wrap their heads around psyops and doubles and clones and programmed assassins, false flags. They can't. They've already. They don't want to admit they've been fooled.
Nick,
they already got the Bin Laden. They've had the Bin Laden dartboard in their man cave for 10 years now, and they don't want to admit they're wrong.
But
you know
can
what I mean?
we handle it, though, Nick? Can we handle as a public?
I can't handle the bullshit.
Handle the truth.
I can't handle the bullshit. And yes, we can. Let's not underestimate it. Let's not underestimate the public, man.
Yeah,
yes,
but
we can handle it.
You think we can handle something like that?
I think people are tired. People are not understanding what's going on. People are saying holes in
Did you give the
things.
order?
More and more people.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Attaboy. Thank you.
And we've never heard that before.
He did like 50 takes of that scene, and Tom Cruise said every one of them was just as. I mean, Nicholson just hit it every time.
Why 50 takes? So if
That's
he
what
hit it on the
very
first
dramatic.
time?
Well, obviously you have to have 4 or 5 coverage, and then but apparently it took a lot of takes, and he was right on the money every time.
Jack Nicholson was the best, man. He still is. I bet he could play some mobster right now.
What's his favorite? What's your favorite role by?
I would say it'd probably be The Shining.
Yeah, I thought you'd say.
I really
Here's
like
Johnny.
5 Easy Pieces. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
I love that.
And
I liked him in
that other
Chinatown.
one-
Chinatown was good.
And the other one,
J.J. Gittes.
On the floor of the cuckoo's nest.
That's a myth that
Cuckoo's
actually
Nest,
Roman
Shining.
Polanski cut his nose. You know that scene where he cuts his nose?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, kitty cat. Remember that? Well, that scene, apparently, there's a myth in Hollywood that he actually cut his nose. But the actuality is that Roman Polanski just got it looks so real on the screen that Roman Polanski got sick of telling people how. So he said, "I fucked up and I actually cut his nose." So because he got so sick of people asking
That's
and
even better.
having to explain it. So he said, "Yeah, well,
I
it wasn't
cut his
fake."
nose. I fucking cut his nose.
Because everybody's going, "How the hell did you do that?" I did.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he didn't.
And that other movie was pretty good from him too, where he's with Cher and a couple other chicks.
Witches of Eastwick, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
well,
he-
you would love that one. Yeah,
He was so
that's
fucking
Nick
cool.
all
He
over.
was so fucking cool in that movie.
Yeah, is that an Updike book? Isn't that an
And
Updike?
Batman.
I don't know.
I think
Batman.
John Updike wrote that book.
Batman when he was
Joker.
Joker.
Right.
Perfect, man. Going back to Colorado, what do you guys think? Is he sane or is he insane? Putting aside who the fuck he really
There's
is.
an argument that
He is
anybody
sane.
would kill people.
He didn't do it.
Oh, okay. Well,
No,
he's not talking about.
All right, let's.
Nick doesn't think he did it.
All right, Nick. All right, throw that aside, and right now go on the whole belief
He's
that.
sane.
What's that?
He's a normal person. He's
He's
not
normal,
a killer.
He's sane.
He's not a killer.
He's not a killer.
Well, if
we
he
got
didn't
that
do-
one vote. I say the motherfucker's sane. I think he should be fried. That's where
Even
I'm
if he
going.
didn't do it.
Oh, he did it.
Oh,
He totally did it.
Ochoman for the prosecution.
I'm for the prosecution. I think.
Should we crucify him?
Why if there was if there was a video system in that movie theater, why hasn't that video of him shooting these people?
But Nick,
surfaced?
what would they be guarding on this? Why have this guy as your fucking scapegoat? I mean,
No, scapegoat. Not
What
a
is
scapegoat.
the purpose of faking all this
yeah,
stuff?
why?
Gun control. To further the gun control agenda.
Well, he's got a point there.
But for Colorado doesn't look
For
for
the
guns.
country.
Okay. So
Start
they picked out
all over,
the state
man.
of Colorado.
They picked out Connecticut in 2012. They pick out where's there a fucking shooting where there's where
like
someone
Colorado and what? Was it
there's
99?
Charleston, South Carolina. There's another little theatrical thing right there. That's what Naomi Wolf was talking about in there. It's legal to fucking fake the news, to lie to us.
Wow. So
Yeah, but then why do they? If they can lie to
They're
us,
going to make this bill up and not act on it.
So what you're saying is they're probably finding more liberal states to
How about,
do the shootings that may enhance their belief
Credibility.
and credibility on
Most
the fact.
likely, yeah.
Well, how about
most
Klebold and Harris?
Oh,
Columbine.
they were not alone. They were not alone. There's a lot of
but
lot
they did
of
it.
stuff.
You think they did it? But
Oh,
they
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah, they're
I was
involved,
wondering
yeah.
about that one. Okay.
They're involved, but there were other people involved.
Remember them? Those two kids in Columbine.
The trench coat.
One of their
Yeah,
fathers
boy, those
was
guys were
like
nuts.
the lead investigator of the thing. I
Speaking
think.
of which, you see that? What is it? That sheriff, his kid was joining ISIS.
Yeah.
You see that?
And the
What are they
sheriff,
gonna do?
and the
Yeah, up in
cop- and the
Boston.
Yeah,
sheriff-
Boston kid,
The
yeah.
sheriff turned him in.
Yeah.
The family turned, and that's a beautiful thing about it. Why not turn that little fucker in? I
Would you
would've
turn
turned
your
him
daughter in?
I would have turned her in a heartbeat because that's going to tarnish my name as a Kabinjian. That
Hey,
this
hey,
little
your
prick
name's
here.
Ochoman.
Yeah, well, Ochoman, Armenian. But if this,
Utamart.
yeah, go ahead.
No, he's off the subject. Go ahead. But
Yeah, but you
made
know
me
what?
think of something.
I just think that, you know what? It's going to be years of the guy that shot what's his name, Reagan. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
From that point on,
was,
the dad and so forth.
That
John
was
Hinckley.
bullshit.
John Hinckley.
That was bullshit too. Now think about this.
That was bullshit too.
Okay, I think he was he's a mind controlled assassin right there.
Oh, okay. But
Just
they didn't
like,
have video on that one.
Right. Yeah, no, he shot. But you know
Okay.
what? Reagan said he didn't feel anything until he got into the car. I think maybe one of his Secret Service guys just popped him with a silencer.
Yeah, but wouldn't they want to kill? The Secret Service guys
was-
know how to put out a guy. They're
You're
not-
right. You're right.
They're not
Well,
gonna-
I don't. Yeah, you're right.
Well, maybe they
You're
just
right.
want to
That's
wound
true.
him.
That's true.
No, they wouldn't. Want
Well, that's what happened to Huey Long.
Yeah, they'd know just where to do it, and they know just. You're
How
right.
about Huey Long?
But
Did-
okay,
Did he really get killed by Dr. Rice?
I don't know. Let me just
body-
I
let
don't
me
know.
say
Let's
this
go on.
Bodyguard's
because
about
this is
60
very
shots into
interesting
him.
about Reagan, the Reagan shooting. Who stood to be the leader of the free world if Reagan would have died?
H.W.
The crime family syndicate member.
Well, if it makes you feel
head.
better, I think he just broke his neck.
Well,
So,
we'll just
did you
say
hear that?
George
yeah,
Bush.
but he's not going to go anywhere. He's still in good shape.
That's a shame.
Those crime families, those guys are immortal.
Yeah, they are.
Here's
Evil
the
survive.
smallest violin right
like
here.
fucking like what's his name came up. Only the good die young. What,
Billy Joel?
Billy
yeah.
Joel. Billy
Yeah.
Joel named this song perfectly because guys like fucking George W. Bush, they'll live on forever
Yeah.
and they'll terrorize our fucking world.
So who are the good guys that died young? James Dean?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
That's great.
Fucking
Very young.
Sonny.
Kurt Cobain.
Sonny Bono.
Sonny Corleone?
Sonny
Oh.
Bono.
Sonny Bono.
Sonny Bono was
he
going.
was whacked.
He was a great politician until he ran into that tree.
Ran into
Sonny Bono. That was a conspiracy if I've ever heard one.
Hey,
They
Nick, look
skidded up
into
his-
that. How
Yeah.
the fuck can a guy hit a tree skiing?
Come on.
Hey, I think that tree was an alien.
Well,
Planted by
it could happen,
Venusians.
but I mean,
Yeah, they named an airport after him. What do you want? Jesus
That's
Christ!
what they do,
You should
man.
have that happen to you. What do you want named after you? Remember that from Green Berets? They named it Provost Privy.
No, I didn't.
You ever see that Green Berets?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nick
with
seen
John
the Green
Wayne.
Berets.
With
a
John
long
Wayne.
time ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Remember that guy,
yeah,
the private? He's going. You know, all these buildings are named after heroes, dead heroes. So his name was Sergeant Provo, and then when he died, he was,
call it
Provo. Besides, it sings.
I'll tell you who isn't dead.
Provost Privy.
Who's that?
Tupac Shakur.
He's alive?
He is alive.
Damn, I
Motherfucker,
hate that
it's still-
guy.
Let me
he
tell you
came
something
out
really
with another
weird,
CD.
really weird on his album All Eyes on Me. You know how he went by Machiavelli, who faked his death.
Yep.
Also, Machiavelli is an anagram for "am alive." I am alive. I think they're all in there. I believe.
I don't know about
it's
that
"am
one.
alive" or "I am alive."
In Machiavelli? Yeah,
I mean,
guess it
okay,
is. Could
there
be.
might be some leftover letters.
Nick, check that
But,
out. Chris, check that. Yeah.
That's the best. I've
never heard anything
It's an anagram with
There
leftover
might be some
letters.
leftover words.
That's a quasigram.
I am alive. You
Well, static. you know.
Machiavelli, it could be. I am
Okay, well,
alive.
check
Wait a
this
minute, there's
out.
two L's in Machiavelli.
Well, I think the way he spelled it was with one.
Oh, okay, well, that makes sense.
You
know who
so-
Machiavelli was, by the way?
No, go ahead.
All
man.
right.
Okay, but
What, you're going to leave me like that? And fucking
Look it
tell
up,
me what
you
Machiavelli
dumbass.
is?
The guy
You
that
fucking
faked his
idiot.
death.
You bring it up.
I know he faked
That
his
could
death.
be a fucking pasta for
I've
all
read
I
The
know.
Prince. He wrote The Prince. He was a politician. in Renaissance Italy, and he was noted for being very underhanded and very.
He
was a very intelligent guy.
You would know underhanded. Of
course, I wish I was Machiavelli.
You fucking voted for every one of them underhanded.
Okay,
pricks.
this is a bombshell.
Where did that come from,
I don't
fatso?
know.
I actually.
Hey, end of the show, I want a fucking picture with us four. We'll bring in... And I just want these people to know that I'm not the size of a fucking door like this prick makes me out to be.
Okay, folks.
Okay, go ahead, Nick.
All right. I'm going back to
I want you to lift up
You
your
all have
shirt
to
for
know
that
this
picture.
shit.
Oh, you go fuck yourself, you prick. I know I'm out of shape. Go ahead, Nick. Go
there's
ahead.
supposedly-
He's
hairy
rude
belly
again.
of yours.
He's a fucking prick.
Ugh.
All right,
There's
go.
supposedly a autopsy video of Tupac Shakur. Okay,
Yeah.
with him missing, with his neck tattoo is not in that photo. Okay,
Is this out to the public?
yeah.
Chris, can you get that? Can you
There
get that
is
on the screen?
also a famous picture, a very infamous picture of before he got shot. He was leaving Caesar's Palace, and he's in a car with Suge Knight, and Suge is driving, and
What a-
there are no keys in the ignition.
Well, how do you know that?
You can see the ignition.
but you can't see the keys.
Right.
Well, can't there be one of those start buttons like my BMW?
I don't know. You know what? He's. Oh, don't tell me that. It was a fucking BMW. Are you serious?
Yeah.
He was in a BMW.
Yeah.
96, did they have those?
No, my BMW had.
Did they have those
No,
in 96?
I had a
Not a
2003.
96.
My had an ignition.
No, yours was 96 too.
He might have had some.
2003.
There it is.
When
man.
I went to L.A.
That was a Mercedes.
Oh, that was a Mercedes. Okay.
Okay, so he's got an album called All Eyes on Me. In a song called Can't See Me, here's the lyrics. The blind stares of a million pairs of eyes looking hard but won't realize that they will never see the P-Pac. So what I think that means, I think that he's alive and he's writing somebody else's shit, and he's putting it out there, and those guys, that's what he means by that.
When did he
Like they'll
supposedly
never
die?
see. They'll hear from me, but they're not going to see who it is. They're going to see somebody
And
else.
he's talking
and
about
that person,
millions.
I believe that rapper is Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, you've even broken it down to the...
Yeah.
Holy moly!
I do.
Boy.
In 2012, there was an LA
wish-
show.
I wish we coulda got
and
a
check
drum roll
this
for
out:
that.
Snoop and Dr. Dre and who is it? The Game. What? Some other like West Coast heavy guys are up there, and they're like even saying, "Follow this guy because we're passing the torch on to him." You know what I'm saying? And they're pubbing him and getting behind him and shit. And I think he's Tupac.
Well, you know the classic.
I don't think he's Tupac.
The
I
classic
think he's,
phony death is Elvis. Do you have any insight
I used
into
to
that?
think that. I used to think that he could have been alive, but
no? Not anymore?
People left him alone. Well,
Morrison?
no, he did a lot of. Well, yeah, Morrison's thing. That's in this book.
See, I wouldn't put it past Morrison to pull.
Morrison.
Like that.
Also, Tupac was also besides the missing tattoo on the autopsy photo, he was cremated the next day.
Who would be the
He
number
was-
one person that would fake his death or her death? Who would be the number one? Now, you brought up Tupac. Is that your number one?
Well, I mean, Paul McCartney. I really believe
So
Paul McCartney was
McCartney,
killed
your
and
guy.
replaced.
Okay.
I really think that
Who
was
would
the
be
biggest
yours
time. Yeah,
that
biggest
would?
thing.
He's got Paul McCartney.
I don't know. I guess
He doesn't believe.
Jim
No,
Morrison,
you,
I guess.
No,
I don't know.
You would say this.
Who
You know
would
who
say?
I'm going to say.
All right. Well, you.
Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman. I don't think he's bright enough.
You know,
Bullshit. That motherfucker made it to where he. I mean,
Why? Why would he fake his death?
He would love stuff like this. I mean, the guy
You think it's
thrived on
morbid
it.
kind of sense of humor.
Oh God, yeah. He even liked to
What a
act
good
like
point.
I think
another
you got to be,
person.
but
So
I think
true,
you have to
man.
be more or less. You
That's
you have
so
to be
true.
some kind of
I
icon.
guarantee you,
Yeah, but
Andy,
Andy
Kaufman's
Kaufman's not
the
that-
type of guy that would
I
love to
agree
be the
with him.
second person, just kick back and watch
watch
all
it
this.
all, yeah.
Watch it all.
Yeah, but then once you come
looking
back
into
and
that,
say,
man.
Not Andy Kaufman. He would love to be in that second fucking identity rest of his life and just say, Andy died. And if they asked him.
boy, that is so true. You got him pegged.
Yeah.
You totally do. That's
I mean,
so
he-
now was that whole thing with that wrestler that was supposedly fake, where he pile drived him and everything?
yeah. Man, I just
What
saw
was his
something
name?
about
King
it.
The
Larson
King
or-
Lawler.
Lawler, yeah.
Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry the
right,
King.
yeah.
Now, supposedly that was real. Now, I don't know about
No,
it.
that
was that fake?
That was real.
Now, I've read both. What do you think? I go to the expert
Oh,
here.
I think it was fake because they
Okay.
were like buddies or something.
That's what I thought.
afterwards.
Yeah, but yeah, they
It's in
said
the
that
movie,
they're
I think.
funny. They're
And
good.
why not
good
be
buds.
fake? You guys are. That's a good point because you know.
Well,
what,
I mean, these
wrestling-
guys. Yeah, but these
Yeah,
guys
it's all
take that
theatrical.
personally because Kaufman was wrestling with women and making a joke out of it, and I could see where the guy would get pissed.
See, it might have got serious at first. It might have been
Right.
serious at first, and then the guy probably thought, Okay, fine, let's go with it.
Let's roll with it. Yeah, I really think that too.
Yeah.
I think that's how the wrestlers do it. They really actually. Fucking, I watched this one guy one time. His name was Von Roschke.
Hey, I got a story about him.
He put the fucking claw on his own self, and they had to bring like 5 people to get the claw off of his own head.
He clawed himself.
He clawed himself because he had it out like this. And the listeners out there, he's got it stuck out, this claw.
Yeah, I remember it.
And then it suddenly, the claw
iron claw.
turned on him.
Oh, Dr. Strangelove.
And started coming at his face. And then it got him. And all you seen was his legs up in the air. And you seen these guys running to him going, help him out, he's going to kill himself.
I hope they said it in German. But he, there's a guy at our gym that did some pro wrestling. True story. And he wrestled Baron Von Roschke and apparently screwed up the script, and Von Roschke fucked him up.
Really?
Beat the crap out of
That's
him.
kind of like what you always say about the play that you were in. If you fuck it up, I'm going to let you have it, you little prick.
Well, he messed up the script, and Baron Von Roschke thrashed him.
Well, I'll tell you
Nazi he was.
who we didn't kill. Saddam. We hung the double.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now him, I could see faking it.
Now listen, there was a double, and right before before they hung this guy, Saddam's wife was let in to see Saddam, and she ran out the cell. What have you done to my husband? That's not him.
Oh,
All right. When I watched,
why would they keep him though?
Oh, he was gone. He escaped. He got away. Maybe.
Oh, he escaped.
Yeah.
Oh, he got away. Yeah, they only had a double.
got
and they
Uday
said,
and
"Look, we
Kusei,
got to
though.
get this guy down."
I don't know about this, but
Look.
I do know that you brought up a good point maybe like 2-3 shows ago about Bin Laden. Why can't we fucking have seen them putting this guy down?
Or a picture.
Or
There's no
some
picture.
sort of picture. And don't tell me you're offending the Muslims, because half the Muslim world or 3/4 of the Muslim world
Don't
would
care,
be like,
right.
hey, whatever, dude, I got to move on with my life. Why would they have said we're going to... No one likes you in the Middle East anyway, U.S., so what the fuck you care about Muslims liking you?
They don't.
So why can't we have seen that picture? Am I bringing up
I'd
a
rather
good
see
point?
his porn collection. What did they catch him with? What were those
No,
movies they
I
caught him with,
agree.
Chris?
Oh, would you relax
Ochoman,
about the
I
movies?
do
I'm
agree.
asking a legit question.
But
He's
check
dead.
this out on
He's
the
dead.
on the
what
Saddam
makes
thing,
you
man.
say that, though?
I mean, no, I hear you. I totally agree.
Because if they wanted to fake it, they would have done it right before the election. I think they wouldn't have done it a year and a half before the
But
election.
why
if it's
can't
going to
we
be all
see
phony.
it to make if I'm one of the victims of 9/11 and so forth?
I know. Well,
why wouldn't I want to see that?
Because, like they said, I'm not saying their logic is correct, but they are saying they want to make a martyr. They don't want to make a martyr out of the guy. They want to kill him and throw him in the ocean. That's the.
I don't think
that's
it
the
was
rationale.
really Barack's doing. I think it was the military.
Did you know some of the books he had were on the Illuminati?
No.
Osama bin Laden had? Yeah,
That's
that's actually
great.
a legitimate, like...
Really?
Yeah.
No
a
shit.
news
Great.
source released that he had all these English language stuff, everything from international law
Wonder
to
if
the
he had that new.
Illuminati.
Did you
and,
hear
a,
about?
and a substantial
shining here.
a substantial collection of porn. Like,
Yeah. Oh, had a good guy. Did you hear about Harper Lee having that new book they found?
No.
It supposedly sucked bad.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you know,
Really?
well, you know, you've heard of To Kill a Mockingbird, Ochoman?
course, yeah. We had to read that
Well,
in
I have
high
to.
school.
Okay, that was a book. Well, there was another book with Atticus Finch apparently, and it says he was a bigot and hated blacks, etc. Because here's this guy.
Oh, they
that's
got
like,
rid of that book?
Well, they just brought it. No, it just came out,
Oh.
and it was never published. Except it was written before To Kill a Mockingbird, and it just came out. But supposedly it's horrible.
I tell you what, everything nowadays has got to be politically correct. Politically correct. I don't want to jump into anything else right
go
now.
ahead,
So
jump.
go ahead.
Jump.
Let's talk
Oh.
about whatever
Oh,
we're
Nick got
talking about
something
here.
else?
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to say something about the Saddam thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
is
go ahead.
because if you ever watched the video of him being hung, or the person being hung,
Hanged.
thank you. They go up to this guy, and
I said that. He would have jumped all over
No,
you.
no,
One of
hanged.
the
That's the proper word.
one of the executioners, Papadopoulos, goes to Saddam right before they put the noose around his neck, and very civilly and kind of matter-of-factly tells him that they're going to put, and this is what, they put this padding around his neck first, and then they put a noose around it. They put like what looked like a miniature weight belt or something around, like a padding, like
Chris, find that fucking
wrapped
execution.
around his neck, and and you see him, then this guy with the black mask on, the executioner, explaining to Saddam, whoever, why they're doing that. And now, of course, I don't speak their language, so the news person was saying that they were explaining that it's so that they wouldn't the rope wouldn't rip his head off. Okay. Now I'm sorry, that's really unpleasant, but I've never seen that happen before, and he just looks like, yeah, okay. I think this guy doesn't believe he's going to be hung. I think he thinks there's going to be a table there or something to land on. And they had to destroy the evidence, and they went ahead and hung him.
Why is he fucking letting
That's
him...
not Saddam Hussein, man. Watch this. There it is. Watch this. See that?
Oh.
What's that about?
Well, that's the same reason they, like when they give you the lethal injection, they still put a little alcohol.
No, it's going to
crap
show
on it.
him like after when he's hanging there. So
let's see that.
It's
I
very
wanna-
graphic.
Yeah, good.
I'm just saying that I think that he
Made by the
didn't.
USA.
Boy, that
He
news looks
didn't.
pretty.
I don't think he really thought he was going to die.
Well, they didn't put a hood over him or anything.
They said he refused one. Oh, they didn't show it.
Oh, damn it.
I've seen it though, and they did hang somebody there. So
Yeah,
But
I
that's
seen
censored.
that too. But why would they...
Now, what about Hitler? Did Hitler get away?
yeah. Oh, you know what?
That's
Hitler
what I
got
want.
away in a time machine, I believe.
Well, I didn't see that
I
one.
love it, Nick. I love you, baby.
The Nazi bell. Have you ever heard of the Nazi bell? What is
No, I haven't.
Glock? Was it Glock something? And that's how you say it in German. Anyway, check this out. They were looking into time machines.
Yeah.
They had help with the ET, so they with their weaponry and stuff. And Werner von Braun even said that when he was asked, how were you able to develop so much high-tech weaponry, in such a short amount of time? He said, we had help from them. He was standing in the Pentagon, and he was referring to the, X-Files, so to speak. And he was like, you mean them meaning foreign technology? So they're like real foreign technology.
Right.
So,
Well,
yeah.
it's,
So
Operation
anyway,
Paperclip.
yeah. That's all they.
Have you
Yeah,
read
they
that
came in
book
through all
about
that.
that? You gotta read
That's
that
how
book.
mind control. That's how we learned about mind control through that. But shit, what was I saying before that?
So you think Hitler?
Oh,
well,
so anyway, yeah. So the Nazis were looking into this time machine, right?
Right.
Oh, here's
Here
the
it comes.
execution
Drop
again.
him. Hitler!
He's oh boy.
But you know what? Look
What
how
was he saying?
fucking
Fuck
big-
him up? Fuck
He's
him up? What?
no, they're not. He's not in America.
That's a big noose.
That is a big news.
Well, I think that's the idea. When you hang him, the noose is supposed to break his neck, right? So he doesn't choke.
Right. But
That's a real art, being a...
he's probably wondering, are they really going to do this?
Yeah, I guess he
Because
might have been drugged. Probably sedated.
yeah, maybe.
He was
Oh wow, there's
legit,
the
dude.
door. Is that
Yeah,
the door?
wow, cool. Allah Akbar.
Clunk. Chris doesn't say much, but when he does,
Yeah. It's profanity.
There he goes.
Wow, good one.
yeah,
Well, okay, let's see him. Let's see him dangle.
yeah, fucking W, the war criminal, did that one.
So, folks, when did Hitler die? Supposedly on the record.
April 30th, 1945.
Okay, 1945. In 1965.
But did he...
So we had a technical difficulty. It happens when I talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
the
in
powers that be, dude.
1945,
Ectoplasm.
supposedly Hitler gets shot. My theory is he got into the Nazi Bell, their time machine, with a few other people that went missing that they never found.
Well, I found Martin Bormann.
Did they? Okay, so
Yeah,
and
they
check
got
this
him,
out.
supposedly.
In 1965, 20 years later, exactly 20 years later, in Pennsylvania, a bell-shaped craft fell out of the sky in Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. In 20 years after Hitler died, in a bell-shaped craft, and it's
And he
called.
was in it.
Well, that's the implication.
But I'm trying to imply that maybe that was a time machine, and it came back in 1965
well, I think Hitler was born in 88.
because they say that this thing was
1888.
the townspeople of Kecksburg that saw it said that it was put on a flatbed, or like the army was down there in minutes, and like it was put on a flatbed truck, and that it was shaped like an acorn. But the drawings of it also could look like a bell, the Nazi bell. There's pictures of the Nazi bell.
and they took that.
They took it. Oh yeah, the army came and got it.
Real
took it away.
quickly?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they were there. Men in Black were there. All those guys.
Men in Black.
Black.
Men
I
in
just
Black.
watched that second one last night.
That's horrible.
So
Wasn't that bad.
maybe Hitler was
All
on
right.
there.
Maybe the third one was horrible.
I didn't see the third one.
Yeah.
There's also a theory that he's like that in the North Pole or South Pole that there's like this paradise.
The polar bears.
No. Like in the middle of this Arctic.
No. South Pole's melting.
Do you know what I'm talking? No. There's this. Oh God, I wish I knew what it
get into
was.
that?
Where he found some kind of portal.
Come on, buddy.
And it's like
come
a.
on.
Forget.
Go
it.
ahead, say something.
I just
dare
fucking
you.
brought up
Go
the
ahead.
polar bear.
Go
Here
ahead.
you go
Go
again.
ahead, you prick. Go
leave
ahead.
me alone with the polar bear.
Yeah.
Well, I
Go
don't know
fuck a
any
polar bear.
one guy in this fucking world that hates the polar bear
I
as
don't
much
hate
as
the
you.
polar bear. Why?
The fuck I mentioned the polar bear around
That
this.
doesn't mean anything about global warming. That's all I'm saying. And their population has doubled in the last 10 years. There you go again.
Okay, there you go. I didn't say anything, though. I just...
No, you said asshole. That's what a-hole.
One of you guys out there that are listening, please email us and tell us how sick of the polar bear,
No kidding.
global warming.
Fucking
These guys
this
talking
guy.
about
It's
this shit.
guy, Nick.
Please
I
tell
don't
us.
do it.
You
It's all
obsess
him.
about
He's
your weight. I
complaining.
obsess about global warming.
he just-
We're spending $1
Or
billion
complain
a
about
day on
me.
this
Argue with
nonsense.
me a little. Challenge
You
me.
got rid of me as your friend. What the fuck you care if
That's
I
right.
post anything about
I
the
don't care
poor
if you
polar
post,
bear?
but now that I'm looking you right in the face, and that's difficult, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, well,
It's
fuck.
a
At least I'm getting
unbelievable
laid.
waste of money.
All right, go ahead, Nick. What were we getting?
Yeah, God.
Oh, I don't know.
What were we
Why don't you
talking
put the
about
polar
there?
bears in a time machine?
Why don't we put a polar bear and eat your ass? Fucking little fucker.
What are you licking first?
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Coca-Cola, too.
Now's a good time to bring up skinwalkers. You ever heard of them? You ever know cryptozoology? You know what that is?
No, but I'm going to tell you what's upsetting me, though, Nick.
What's that?
What's upsetting me is last night when I'm watching the ESPYs, and you got, what's his name now? He's not Bruce Jenner.
Caitlyn.
Oh, yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not politically correct. I don't know her new name or whatever. And they give her the ESPY award, Arthur Ashe Award, and I'm thinking, you know what? We got all those servicemen that have died. That
what's that for? Courage
in
or something?
Iraq, in Afghanistan. In that movie Lone Survivor, I was like, wow, these guys, man.
He had a rough day, didn't he?
A rough day at that place, and these guys don't get shit. They don't get talked about. But this guy becomes a woman. Next thing you know, they give her, and he's like, I would like to just say, extend out
Did
to
he
all
sound
the
like a woman?
No, hell no.
Oh, he still sounds like a guy?
He sounded like our GM. He extends out and says, I just like to say, hang in there or some shit like that to all the little young trans.
All those little TGs?
Yeah, whatever they are. I don't care. You know what? That's fine, but
Yeah, but here's the problem.
For people to give
Did you
them a
know-
standing ovation
Did
too,
you
are
know
you
that?
kidding
Yeah,
me?
well, they're all being pussies and politically correct. But did you know in California, I think it's California, your kid can get a sex change at 15 without parental
I heard that.
without parental
Oh my God.
That's fucked up.
permission? Did you know that?
Only in California.
I think it's 15.
Land of fruits and nuts.
So you can't smoke. You can't. No, it goes to fruits, flakes, and nuts.
Don't forget, my
I
cousin's
think that
company.
most of our people that listen
I
are
love
from
it.
California.
I love fruits and nuts.
well, we've got American Nut. American Nut.
Could you imagine us? Could you imagine going up to your dad and going, "Hey, Dad, I think I might be a girl. Can I have a sex change operation?"
Ah, go
oh,
ahead,
man, beat the
kid.
snot. He beat
Go
the
ahead.
snot out of me.
I don't mean to offend anyone because I love gay people and crazy people. So
No, yeah.
I love the insane.
No,
I love
trust
the gays.
me.
So-
I
Yeah,
work.
but a
I
kid,
work
I
with
mean, we're
gay
talking about a
I
people.
little
love
kid.
California.
I was
This isn't
away-
gay. This is transgender. It's different.
Yeah, but it still doesn't matter.
Sure it matters.
Well, no. What
it's
I
a
mean,
kid.
what I mean on that is,
If you're a grown adult, go ahead.
no, I
Whatever.
understand.
Yeah, that's all
I
I'm saying.
totally agree with
right.
you. I'm talking about, like Nick just said, we've got gay friends. I worked with gay people when I was a waiter and all that. Great guys. I mean, they didn't act like you guys would think out there that hitting on people and all that. These guys kept it business-wise. But my thing is, why are you laughing over there, Chris?
Because the whole notion of anybody hitting on you is so ludicrous.
Thinks of that, but.
Well, hitting on me? You're the one fucking
No, not
calling
just
back at a
anybody.
Jewish hotline, sex hotline, you motherfucker.
Hey, by the way, did you see that Plenty of Fish was bought out by Match?
No,
That's what
what's
I heard.
that
Look that
mean
up,
now?
will you, Chris?
Well,
I don't know. I hope it doesn't mean I have to start paying.
Hey, what's the Christian singles? Do that one just
I
for
want
fun.
devil worshipper singles. That'd be more fun.
$575 million
500.
acquisition.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Damn, I hope I don't
we
start
should have
paying.
had a fucking
Match.com
date.
bought them.
Oh, unbelievable. But I'm just saying to you,
What are you saying?
there's good
nobody's
gay
got any
people
problem
out
with
there.
anybody being gay. Who cares?
But my problem is,
cares? Nobody.
you shouldn't be on ESPY and getting a standing ovation as a courageous.
But you said it
trans-
before. This political correctness is destroying this country, just little by little. Now it's a lot by a lot, but That's,
mean,
that's
just
just
think,
emblematic of what we're talking about.
But then you mention our guy in that movie Sniper, they don't even make a noise. They don't even clap for him.
That's a sports thing, though, right? It's got to be a sports thing, right? The ESPYs are for
Yeah,
sports.
Then what's Bruce Jenner? I mean,
I know. A very
Jenner,
tenuous
what
relationship.
has he done?
Well, he was decathlete, so I guess technically
Last time he did
40
something
years
was
ago, he was an athlete.
1976, and 40 years ago.
I'm
What's
not
the
going to
problem?
argue with you. If you want to argue, bring up, the PBs. But this guy, he doesn't deserve anything. He does have a nice set of tits. I gotta give him that much.
I'm happy that he's happy for him, but don't fucking bring it up to us and have everyone.
Did anybody keep their seat, though? I wonder, did anybody just stay seated?
That's what I was just
Get
about
that.
to ask you.
Who had the guts not to get up and start clapping?
I'm saying everyone had to stand up there.
Really? We did. Would you have done it? I just sat down.
I'd have to stand up.
Why?
I don't know, but I don't know if I'd clap.
Why be a
I'd
hypocrite?
Stand up. I don't know, because I got everyone then watching me.
Well,
the
fuck
only
'em.
guy sitting down.
Probably get you laid.
Why would that get me laid?
Some Republican woman would love it.
Really, they're not there.
Well, they're watching.
All right, fine. Nick, go ahead. Go ahead, babe.
I'm just listening.
Yeah, but I'm just saying to you right now, I don't think that he deserved all that attention.
No, I
Or
don't.
her
I mean,
or whatever.
no, I think the whole thing is just sick because, and not because someone. If you want to do that, I'm a firm believer in personal freedom. Do that.
You know
I just
what?
think it's weird that somebody died in a wreck right before he got this operation. I think the whole thing is a
remember that?
sacrifice thing, kind of weird. It's weird.
You know what he would have, what I would have thought that would have been really cool. What he would have done is he's got this award in his hand, and he says, "I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this.
Yeah, sure.
I love every one of you for giving me this opportunity, but I just want to blend in with everyone now, and I don't
doesn't
deserve."
wanna
But he
blend
ate
in
it up.
SB.
Yeah, he loved
ate
it.
it up.
You kidding?
Oh, he ate it up.
Sure, are you
And-
kidding? Yeah.
And he should have said, "My goal in life is not to accept this award, but just to blend in with society
Yeah,
and
just
be
be
a part of the
accepted
world."
and,
I
now."
want to be.
Yeah, really, no shit.
And that would have been to all the people out there that are in his position. That was said, "Wow, that is what we wanted to hear."
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, he would have
Nick
got a little pass from some people.
Well,
You're right.
Nick and
A lot of people,
A lot of
because
people.
then you would have had the people like me that are saying, "What the fuck?" And
Listen,
then I would
I
have
don't-
said, "Bravo, that was really beautiful."
I don't have any problem with him. I don't know about the award. I think it's a little crazy, yes, but I don't think any of us have a problem with a grown man who's got this, this mania about being a woman. Okay, change your sex.
Would you pipe him or her?
Not if he has a dick. No,
I don't think he's got a dick.
I think he still has a dick, right?
Yeah, he does.
I think they sliced it
I
down.
think it would
No,
still
not
matter
yet.
if he
He's
did or
gonna.
didn't anymore.
I think he's got it still.
Yeah, he's gonna get
not,
it.
he's
They
not
converted
gay.
it into.
So you would have
He's
sex with a
an he-she.
transsexual.
Yeah,
If he's a woman now, yeah.
he's not.
If they give him a vagina, he's a woman. As far
Wait
as
a
I'm
minute,
concerned.
you would have sex with her or him or whatever?
Not if he's got a dick. No.
No, but if they converted that to.
Oh, that's a woman then. If
Oh,
she's beautiful,
You're a sick dude.
what's that got to do with it? If it's, now
But
it's a woman.
At least you would have known that was a woman before. And if you're going to be gay and that's a man,
Well,
now,
to
now
go the
you've
other
got
way,
this
I wouldn't
whole
have-
thing converted around.
Well, to go the other way, I wouldn't. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Yes, I guess I would. If she had a vagina, she's a woman, as far as I'm concerned. I just wouldn't touch anybody with a dick. That's all.
What if she's got a vagina and a dick?
Well, that's a hermaphrodite. No dick. No dicks.
Dude, if
Even
she bent
testicles.
you
Even if
over,
you didn't have a dick, it still had testicles. I wouldn't touch
as
her.
horny as you are, if she
Well,
had you
right
bent
now,
over,
yeah, maybe. Right now, yeah. I'd let you stick it up my ass right now. But, when times were good, no.
Oh, wow.
Before I got old and ugly, sure.
You're
Okay.
never ugly, my friend.
Oh, thank you. And you were never fat. You always were slim.
Fuck, I tell you what, this guy
What
next
guy? You
to
still on
me,
your
he's
diet?
always in great shape, and he
Still can't
takes
get
care of
laid.
himself, and
Yeah,
he's a good
doesn't,
guy.
Doesn't matter. I'd rather be fat and getting laid. Hey, speaking of which, Nick and I were discussing the electrical universe. I just got done reading a couple
What
of books
the
on
fuck's
that.
that about?
Well, I mean, the typical Newtonian theory is that everything is gravity. That's why the planets rotate around the sun, et cetera, et cetera. Well, according to this guy and some pretty damn good, Nobel Prize-winning physicists, that gravity is all a bunch of horse shit, and it's more electricity is what's driving the universe, such as sunspots. Electricity, yes, which is 37 orders of magnitude more powerful than gravity. Interesting theory, yeah.
So does this have any translation to my Tesla? did I own? Electricity? Electricity.
In
with
what
Tesla.
in what manner is that question being asked?
Well, I mean, maybe the environment, the whole, fucking.
No, that puts to rest that whole global warming nonsense anyway. If you believe in the electrical universe,
Okay. Well, that was my question.
yes. But it's a very interesting, and Nick mentioned that he didn't believe in the gravity, Newtonian gravity theories. How about quantum physics, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that would get a rise out of him.
How about that?
Quantum entanglement.
What's that mean?
Quantum entanglement. Two particles. They can be theoretically at the end of the universe, and if you observe one particle and change, and you know its spin and you know all its properties, you immediately know all the properties of the other particle, no matter how far away it is, even at faster than the speed of light.
Did you know that, Nick?
Quantum entanglement.
I've heard of that. I mean,
It defies. It's been tested over and over again, and
it's
it
hard for
defies.
me to wrap my head around.
Yeah, it's
I've
very-
actually experienced this in bumper cars. when I went around at corners making a sharp turn, I've noticed this shit happen.
Let me explain quantum physics to you the way. Ever heard of Schrodinger's cat?
Let me
Yes.
tell
Have
you
you ever heard of
this.
Schrodinger's cat?
I would be that fucking guy on the Holy Grail with the two fucking pigeons on that scale and all that.
You'd be the wooden. You'd be the wooden
I'd
witch.
be the guy with.
You'd be the
not
duck.
not with the fucking witch. That
Which
scientist guy that always dropped that flap on his head. You know.
Uh-oh. Which one are you talking? What are you talking about?
In
Which
the
one?
Monty Python movie.
Monty
Holy
Python.
Grail? Yeah, but isn't that the one if she weighs the same as a duck, she's made of wood, etc., etc., she's a witch, and they just burned her anyway?
Not the woman though, but
The
guy
who are you
who's-
so well versed in
that-
science?
that's
Yeah,
the
right,
one.
right.
That's the one.
A duck. And so anyway, Schrodinger's cat. This explains quantum physics better than anyone I can explain.
All right.
You've got a cat in a box, right? You can't look in the box. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the box, there's also a pellet with poison. Okay, you got
Yeah,
it.
I just heard of. Yeah,
Okay.
Just heard someone.
There's
talk about
also radioactive. There's also a radioactive element in that box. If the radioactive element decays, the pellet is released, killing the cat. Okay.
So this pellet is neutralized in the box without being open.
We don't know.
Okay.
If this radioactive if this radioactive particle decays, it will release the pellet, killing the cat, the poison.
Okay.
By quantum physics, that cat is neither dead or alive. It is both.
What is
figure
it,
that out.
Zombie.
It's neither dead nor alive.
It's a
Because
fucking
quantum
zombie.
physics is all about probabilities. It is not about. You can't measure it.
So how did they come up with this?
Well, I didn't, but Schrodinger did.
No, I didn't
Well, that's
say
what he's
you
trying to
fucking
explain quantum
put a cat
physics.
in a box.
There's no real answer there. Like if you say, "Where is that particle?" You don't know.
Why's it got to be a cat?
Well, it does. It could be anything.
It could be anything.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
for
not like it
purposes
ever
of
actually
illustration.
I
it's
was
a
thinking
cat.
this cat had special powers to fight off this.
It has
nuclear
nothing to do with
fucking
it. No,
animal or
it's a polar bear.
Check this out, man.
How can you fit
I
a
heard
polar bear?
very
Be a really
big.
big box.
Yeah, because I know you got a hard on for polar bears.
I know
you
a
have
polar
a-
bear fucked you last night. Go ahead.
What kind of science is this? I heard this. If you have a triangular shaped container, a pyramid shaped container, milk will stay fresher longer.
Oh, I've heard that, yeah.
And somebody said
heard that, yeah.
blades are sharpened.
Right, stay
themselves.
sharper. Yeah,
Stay sharper. or
See, now
something.
that is falsifiable.
That's
I mean,
weird.
you can take that and experiment with it.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if people have done it.
That's interesting.
That's,
right there.
yeah.
What is the only food that doesn't spoil?
Only food that doesn't spoil.
Yes.
God
They've
damn, that's a
found
great
centuries old stuff that has not spoiled.
Sugar?
You're close, honey.
Honey.
Honey does not
doesn't-
spoil.
Son of a bitch!
was
I
close,
just told
yeah,
my
I was
wife
close.
to throw away that honey because it was old.
Give it to the polar bears. What's the
Wow,
matter
I
with you?
didn't know that. Wow.
Swine.
I would give it to the polar bear if they're still alive up there.
That's right. There's none left. Yeah,
They're all
good.
died. They're on the island.
You know they put Alexander the Great's body in honey when they shipped him back when he died.
No.
Yeah, they want to take him back to Greece. So they stored him in honey.
Speaking of Greece, man, why don't fucking Europe get off of
Yeah.
fucking...
Hey, check.
They're lazy bastards. The hell
You
with them.
know, I heard that if you take some apple cider vinegar and you soak some gauze with it,
Yeah.
and then put it on your wrist and like wrap it like some
Mm-hmm.
tape around it, and you'd run like cross country marathon, and you'd be fine. Your blood, you wouldn't tire.
I don't know about that one.
Let's go back to fucking.
Yeah, let's go back to the
you
lazy Greeks.
fucking prick,
That's
you.
falsifiable. I could check it out.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
I'm going to.
Karl Popper would approve.
I'm going to stink like vinegar, but I'm going to.
All right. What do you have to say about the Greeks?
I just don't know
'Cause they like
how
the
these
Armenians, they're good
European
people, right?
these European banks can put a stranglehold on Greece and just not have any fucking mind at all to work with Greece in the situation. You're going to make this
Work
fucking
with them. They're going to
country-
give another $100 billion loan. How many loans do you want to give these people? They
There's
don't want to
gotta
work.
be some sort of bailout to where
Sure,
it's not
you
going
kick
to
them out. You kick them out of the Eurozone.
You don't want to kick them out.
Of course you kick them out.
What are you going to do with them when you kick them out?
Nothing. You can't. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Let me give you a little economic Schrödinger cat. If you can't devalue your currency, you can't do anything. That's the problem. The Greeks can't devalue. The Germans love it. Why do you think they love the Eurozone? Because everybody is on the same plane with the same money, currency.
Right.
The Germans are strong. They like that. The Greeks are weak, but they can't. So they go more and more into debt. They can't devalue. How do you? If you have a trade deficit, how do you work out of a trade deficit? You devalue your currency.
How's that? If you devalue
Because your
it,
imports are cheaper. It's cheaper to import things.
Yeah, but then if you're devaluing it, then you're bringing down. I guess you're
Your
bringing
costs.
down costs.
Your exports go up. Your imports go down.
Well,
You
then
can't do
how-
that if you're on the euro.
Then your currency is being lowered.
Sure, it's not good. Well, it's not good for people that have savings, etc. But it's good
Right.
for your economy.
But
why do you
those
think
are
our
the
economy
ones that-
Ochoman, what do you think is bad for our economy? A strong dollar. The stock market hates a strong dollar.
Okay, so they're saying
All
right
our
now
big companies
in
hate a
America,
strong dollar.
In America, they're saying that within 7 to 8 months, they're predicting that the interest rates will go up since the economy and the spending is going up again.
I don't think it's going to go up.
But that's what
It goes up if inflation goes up, but it's not going to.
But they're saying
not going to raise
interest
the rates.
rates.
They're not
Well,
gonna raise them.
I heard that.
Okay.
I didn't come up with that. They said that in 7 8 months, something like that, in the latter part of the year, they will
September.
they
Not
will
7, 8
raise it
months.
up.
Well, that's what they think. September. But how much? A quarter of a point. It's not like it's going to go up to 5% again. It's going to be. It's virtually nothing now.
What
It's
can
zero.
that quarter do though?
Nothing. That's what I'm
So
saying.
why
That's not a
would
big
they-
deal.
why would they raise it?
Well, they're afraid once you start with a quarter, you get a half, et cetera, and you're going back to that, which slows down the economy, supposedly. I don't buy it.
Okay.
But the Greeks are a different story. They owe all this money. They retire at 52.
Well, you're gonna fuck up the whole population of
It's already
Greece
fucked.
because
Half the
right
people
now
under
they're gonna
25
go
are
to-
unemployed.
They're
Half
going to
the
go to
people.
fight. They're fighting each
Fight.
other right
Let
now.
them fight. They're going to fight anybody. They hate the Germans. They're going to fight the Germans. Good luck.
They're not
They
gonna
tried that
fight the
once.
Germans, but
Everything
I would
with you is
worry
a
if
war. Everything's a war.
Everything with Euro, though, right now, I would say, you know what? There's a country named Russia over there
Yeah.
that would
They're not
probably
the
love
Euro.
that would love to probably have me on their side, and I'll default on all the loans. I'll say, Euro, go fuck yourself. And matter of fact, these guys right now were voted in by Greeks that said we don't want to pay this loan. We don't fuck the Euro. And that's what they said. And now, all of a sudden, this new government, this new regime
Well,
is
that's
saying,
right. But you kick them out, and then they don't pay. They're not going to pay their loan anyway. You kick them out.
okay, then that's
Right.
that's what I'm saying.
Then they go back to the drachma, and they got some kind of flexibility with their currency.
Why is that so difficult for them to understand that?
Well, because they don't want to kick them out. The Europeans don't want to because you said it yourself. If they go, the rest of the pigs go. You know what the pigs are?
No.
Portugal, Ireland, Italy,
Spain.
Greece, and Spain. Pigs.
Yeah.
As opposed to the brick.
Bricks. Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell them who the bricks are.
No, you go ahead.
Brazil, Russia, India, China.
Brazil. How did Brazil get
Brazil, they're brick. How you can have brick without a B?
it? Okay.
Dumb shit.
I think
It's an anagram with extra letters.
I think what's his name is a asset of bricks. What's his name?
This is Chris out of
yeah,
nowhere.
Chris like that. What? Thank you, Chris. That's
Who's,
very, very
um,
decent of you.
Who's the big whistleblower like that? That's in Russia.
Putin?
Snowden.
Snowden.
Snow-
yeah.
oh, Snow-
I think
oh, yeah,
he's,
yeah, yeah.
I think
WikiLeaks.
he's
That guy
no,
changed
no,
his sex
no,
too.
the other guy, man.
That Chelsea, that guy changed his sex too. You know the guy, Manning, Daniel Manning, the guy
Oh,
that
he
got
did.
his.
He did
He's
do that.
Chelsea
Yeah,
now,
he did.
and we paid for that. He went to jail, got a
Yeah.
sex change, and the taxpayers had to pay for it.
Well, that's better than paying for a $500,000 screwdriver that we probably paid for in the military.
Come on, so you want to take a guy's dick off and pay for that?
I didn't take his dick off.
Speaking
He
of,
wanted his
wait a
dick
minute, wait a
off.
minute. We forgot to talk about what's his name, El Chapo.
Oh, El Chapo.
Yeah, we got to get around to
yeah,
him.
El
Speaking of
Chapo.
inmates,
Here's how I look at
Ex-inmates.
this.
Yeah.
Any fucking prison guard right now, I would check all their accounts
there's no
to see which ones got all of a sudden $2.5 million put in their
Well, are you
account.
kidding?
How
It's
did that
Mexico.
happen?
You think? Yeah, he bribed the whole damn prison system. Big deal.
That's true.
Did you? Okay, before if we go back in the, do you remember there was recently a New York prison break?
Yeah, sure, of
Okay,
course.
not a month ago.
Yeah.
There is on. You got to watch this. You won't believe your
Aliens?
eyes. No. It's better.
Time Machine?
It's better.
Oh,
Better.
wow.
You're watching this woman standing in front of Clinton maximum security prison, talking about how they will stand in front of where they're at.
Yeah,
They'll talk
yeah.
about it.
For
Okay.
effect, yeah.
Yeah, and then in the background, not 100 yards away, you see a man in a hood or person in a hood walk over to the prison wall, put something on a rope, and the rope pulls this bag up the wall. And they walk
Chris, you got that?
across this back
Get on
across
Is
that.
the
that on
street.
video?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Chris, get that up there. Sounds like
Do
an
you know
Indian
what
rope
that
trick.
is?
Remember
You
the
know what
Indian
that
rope
is?
trick?
That was a cover-up. That was supposed to be on television, so it would throw the guilty off.
Yeah, but that would run
Throw
con.
off.
Yeah,
so
but
it
wouldn't
say,
that run
see, things are
contrary-
are
Hold it,
smuggled
Nick.
in all the time. See, it was right
Wait
there.
a minute, though. Wouldn't that
so
run
what do I look
contrary to
for
your
here,
gun
Nick?
control? Because the gun sales in New
Prison
York went
break
up
video,
exponentially.
smuggle.
Did you see that?
Well, fucking tell him he's a.
Well, he's not listening to me, so
No,
I got to tell you.
he's listening right now.
I had to
He's not listening.
He
to
turned
me.
his head. What can I do? I got to talk to you.
No, there it is.
I don't
brother.
listen to him either.
That's
He's
it,
a
right there,
stupid
man.
fucking nut.
Now watch this video. You're going to watch this.
Okay, I want to
There
see
he is.
this.
There he is.
Where? Oh, there he is.
There
the
he
guy by
is.
the car?
Yeah.
What is that? What is
Watch
that?
this.
A fly?
Watch this shit. Yeah.
Get that fly off there. Oh, that's the arrow. Okay. What is he doing?
Watch.
He's walking towards the wall. He just took up the
Can't
steps.
see it.
Wait, he'll come back in frame.
What does she say? She's not bad.
Oh, there he is.
Where?
What's he doing?
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, the Indian rope trick.
See that?
Wow. That guy's good.
There it goes.
Oh my God,
You're seeing it on TV, man.
Nick! How the fuck did you spot that?
And look, anybody that's going to be doing that is not going to do that in front of cameras.
and the way the camera made that happen.
Yeah. They wanted you to see that.
Oh my God! They even went up. They even went up on the gal.
Right.
As she's talking. Look at this.
Yeah.
Now she'll be like this to where you're seeing all the way down to her shoulder, and now
I see it pans up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, it's a dolly shot.
Oh,
Hey, listen,
How about that?
Did they ever figure out that Nick? Have they ever figured out the Indian rope trick? You know what I'm
No,
talking about?
I know.
That supposedly somebody did a scientific some
Sir,
kind of study.
sir, we got something
Well, I'm
unique
telling you,
here,
that's what
and
that
all
was.
you do is bring
That's
up
what
a
that
Indian
was.
fucking rope
Haven't you ever
trick.
seen
So
it? The
what-
guy's blowing the little thing, and the rope goes out of the basket, goes up, and the guy climbs up the rope.
Oh, shut
Yeah.
up.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I've
Supposedly,
seen that.
they
It's
did
a
scientific
trend.
studies
I've
on
been
that.
drank
But let me
that.
tell you something.
Show the Indian rope trick.
This other prison break.
Well,
The
they lie
El
on beds of
Chapo?
El
nails
Chapo
too.
prison break.
Yeah, El Chapo.
This
yeah.
is in Texas, yeah? And he
Well, it was in
warned
Mexico. No, it's north
I'm
of
sorry,
Mexico City.
Okay. He what I'm saying, the reason why I said Texas, of course, Mexico, is because Jade Helm military exercise
there
that
you go.
started yesterday
Oh, it did
is
start.
down there in
Okay,
Texas. It just started yesterday. It's down there in Texas, and I think that, and El Chapo warned that this is a setup too. You don't fucking tweet when you're on the lam.
If you're on
Dude,
Mexico, you're in
Dude,
Mexico, you do.
Tell me
Whatever.
how many people
Mexico's
out
so
there
corrupt.
that are fucking like seeing this and saying, you know what, I like the guy. I'm part of that group where you know
Chapo?
what, that's
You're
like
on his
John
side? The
Dillinger
guy's
right
a,
now.
Nah, he's
Well,
a
now
dog.
listen.
He's a
Fuck
killer.
yourself. I like El Chapo now. The way he got out of there, they
I
made
like
a
the polar
motorcycle
bears better than I like El Chapo.
They made a motorcycle ready for him once he got down that
goes
tunnel.
to, yeah, but that just goes to show you why
that
Mexico's in such a
shows
state
you
of
power.
shit.
Power.
Yeah, corruption. That's
50
what it
million
is.
in bribes.
Yeah, that's right. You
50
throw enough
million
money
in
around
bribes to get out of there.
Sure.
Oh, I would have done it if I got the money.
Yeah, I've had the
How much
money.
would it take you to have done it for
Living in a
50
cage.
bucks?
No, they wouldn't have let me go for 50
Well, now these
bucks.
two guys in New York, though, supposedly one of them was screwing one of the guards, right? Some gal.
Yeah,
She was in
I
on
thought
it.
a guy was
No, it
arrested.
was a
man
woman.
was really.
Woman. She was in on it.
But tell me,
Ugly broad.
here's the
Ugh.
thing: how the
Ugly,
hell
ugly broad.
it said that these guys sawed out with these electric saws? Who the hell didn't hear that? Who the hell didn't hear these guys sawing through
Well, maybe there was-
concrete
It's gotta
in their
be, Nick.
cells?
It's
Maybe it was a
gotta be a
thunderstorm,
whole
like-
fucking team
Set up,
effort here.
yeah.
Wasn't that the
A whole
Shawshank
team-
Redemption? Wasn't there a
yes.
thunderstorm?
But only one. I thought only one guy went down for it.
There's a lot of thunderstorms in Mexico. It's a fucking desert.
I thought we were talking New
No,
York.
that was New York. It's New
We're
York
talking
I'm
New
talking
York.
about.
El Chapo didn't need any sauce.
But
He just
still,
walked out
man.
under a tunnel with a damn motorcycle.
Yeah,
he
no.
had a monorail down there like fucking Epcot.
What a
Jesus
driver.
Christ.
What a
Yeah,
driver.
right. But he had a chauffeur.
Electric
saw.
On top of that, he gets on in a plane, in a single jet plane, and he's like giving thumbs
First
up.
class. He's flying first. He's probably better than we are.
Man,
I'm surprised he didn't give us where he's landing.
I'm going to give a little editorial now. That is why Mexico is in the state it's in. Because democracy, Nick, here you go. What makes democracy a success? Property rights, adherence to the law, and no corruption. And they've got all that in Mexico.
What is all that you
Well, that's what it means.
It
Used to be. Not anymore, but it used to be.
Nothing.
Well, that's what they're attacking.
Like that.
And I'm sure Nick will back me up on that.
Oh, you're saying here it's not like that.
Well, it used to be, but it's much better than Mexico. Mexico, that's it. Money buys everything.
well, I just think that the whole El Chapo thing. I think that it's arranged.
Sure,
I think
of course
he's
it is.
They, you know what I'm saying? And
In Mexico,
he's
if
probably
you bribe
gonna, like,
anybody,
yeah,
you bribe anybody, and that goes for their leader, Negron.
I'm saying it's a bigger thing, a broader scope, of course. I'm saying
All
that.
corruption.
but,
The whole country's corrupt.
I think that
the
it's
whole
going to.
country's
I don't
not
know.
corrupt. There's good people there trying to get shit right.
Attaboy, Donald. You go, baby.
Hey, Donald Trump.
Donald.
He's a fucking idiot, and El
I'm going
Chapo.
to dye my hair orange, too.
Yeah, fucking. He's a moron. He's a moron. And I tell
Why,
you
because
what,
he's against the Saran deal?
No, not only that. I didn't even know he had any voice on that. I just don't like him ripping on the Mexican people.
He's ripping on the illegal immigrants. That's what I'm ripping on,
He's
too.
saying
I don't
they're
even get
all
Mexicans. One of my best
rapists
friends
and
is
shit.
Mexican.
I mean, come on,
That's
man.
what they're not sending. They're sending architects and engineers and doctors over.
Well, they're
That's
not
what he's
sending
saying.
rapists over.
Of course they are. They're sending all kinds of gangsters and
Oh,
rapists.
my God.
How do you
Not
know
all
that?
of them. He didn't say everybody.
Fuck, that's what he's in.
He
How about this poor
generalized.
gal?
He says so. He
he
generalizes
He said it
that.
artlessly, but it's true.
Oh, it's
They're not
true.
all coming over here to
It's
pick
true.
melons.
They're fucking working on our roofs, for the love of God.
Well, you shouldn't hire them.
Yeah, well, it's
And
not
they're
up
also
to me.
shooting people on the wharf. That
In
poor
any
gal.
case, in
what
any
about that
case.
poor? Was that fake?
That
that a phony?
they are not shooting. Someone got shot.
Yeah.
Not they are not shooting. They
Five
didn't
times
come
the
over
guy's
here
been
and start
deported.
shooting
He keeps
people.
coming back.
El Chapo goes
you know.
with Chelado, that fucking restaurant that you ate at.
Me?
That burrito that you brought home one time. Remember that? That was a damn good burrito.
What are you talking about?
That chipolado.
Chipotle.
Chipotle, right?
Yeah, fuck. So I said it wrong.
When did I bring that? When did I eat?
Well, you brought it to my house that time.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a damn good sandwich. In any case, hey, Chris, how are we doing on time,
I
babe?
thought we were doing
think?
two
We're at an
two
hour
episodes.
and 20 minutes.
Oh, well, our guys got to go. Hey,
Yeah, I gotta run,
You know what, Nick? It's
That's
been
all right.
great having
we'll
you.
let
I
him
think-
go, and we laugh at him when he's gone. What a crackpot.
Yeah, we'll do another 15
Jeez.
minutes
Where'd you-
here.
where'd you get that
Is that
moron?
okay with you, too?
That's the fact, Jack.
Is that okay, Chris?
Yeah, we don't
All right,
need
we'll
Nick.
do 15 more
folks.
minutes.
Let's stick to sane stories.
Hey,
huh?
Nick, what do you got going this weekend?
Yeah, what do
Anything
you got?
special?
Oh,
You gonna blow up a Walmart, Nick?
no, but stay away from the Walmarts. I'm just
Stay
giving
away
I'm
from
trying
Walmart.
to.
All right.
Get the beef and bean chimichanga burrito at Walmart. $1.
Remember the bill that I talked about?
Nothing for you.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah, you remember that the news is fake. That's all.
News is
And
fake.
stop watching
Don't
TV.
trust Whitey's. If you catch something, it goes to the
Don't,
doctor.
yeah.
We got away in a
Shit,
time
Shinola.
machine. Jesus was an alien. What else did we
Breaking
get
news.
yesterday?
News is fake.
I got a black sedan waiting for me outside. I gotta run it.
You gotta.
All right, brother.
All
Thank
right.
you very much. We'll see you, Nick.
You take the first Nazi bell out of here, will you? Yeah, there he goes.
And there goes Nick.
Where did you find that kid?
Wild and crazy guy.
At least one.
I tell you what, I love Nick.
He's a good
he's
guy.
great.
I'll tell you.
Nick's our
You
man.
nailed it with him.
He is awesome, man.
Oh, it beats fucking Tony. Tony had a Twinkie in his mouth for fucking half
Let's
the
get
show.
Tony in here. I wouldn't mind that. Come on, 10 minutes of Tony.
I don't want Tony.
He's got sandals on though. I bet his feet stink.
Oh God, yeah.
I
he's
can
got
help him with that,
He's
though.
got that toe jam.
I can
going.
give him Botox injections in his feet. That helps.
I don't want to see any of that. Keep him out of here. Keep him out of here. Fucking Flintstone.
All right. Well, so as long as Nick's gone, we can get to sports. What about the All-Star game? Any got any comments on that?
You know, the All-Star game, I really wanted to see my guy, fucking Frazier, win that as well, but he didn't. But he
I
did
thought he
win
did.
the home run
Yeah,
derby.
Right, he won the home run derby.
Yeah, but he did not.
Do you watch that? Isn't
Michael
that stupid?
Trout is unbelievable.
I guess so. I don't know. I didn't know the guy was that good, but I guess he is.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, if you get your head out of fucking polar bears for 1 minute and just understand
Listen to this
that
guy.
trout is
Don't
a fucking,
start.
I didn't start. I'm
Check
just
the polar
telling
bear
you.
population, will you?
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah,
How do you know
brought it
about
up.
the polar bear population?
Well, all right, then check the trout population. I don't care what you check, but it's not. Global warming's a phony. Anybody listening,
All right.
it's a phony.
Every time I bring
It's
it
a
up
hoax.
to you, you take a shot at my fucking weight
Why do you
problem
believe
right
in it?
now.
I want to know why you believe in it.
Because I'm actually seeing...
Where? What?
I'm seeing how this fucking companies are really... I worked at Granite City Steel,
What's that
man.
got to do? That's
And
not carbon dioxide.
And they're
That's
releasing all
particulates.
sorts of shit.
Right.
And we
That's
had
has
to
nothing
get
to do with global.
monitored and all
That's
that shit.
pollution. That's air pollution. That's not
That's
CO2.
hurting the air.
So what? That's not global warming.
What do you mean, so what?
Well, that's different. But they're controlling that too. Those emissions are down.
That's part of what I'm saying.
But it's not global warming, Ochoman. That's the difference. CO2 is not causing global warming.
All right. So, you know what? We're different.
There you go. Why all the fuss about polar bears? Aren't their populations increasing? In fact, booming.
Booming? What site did you go to there that the poor polar bears are dying and you're saying they're booming?
Oh, no, this actually says it's a myth.
Yeah. Oh, that's a myth, huh? Yeah. Dr. Stephen Amstrup. Oh,
What,
chief
he's a
scientist with
liar?
Polar Bears International. Oh, well, that guy knows what he's talking about.
He's the one that studies the fucking bears. Do you study bears?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's his thing.
You want me to come up with a paper that says the exact opposite?
I would
can come up with it.
I would love
I'll bet
it.
you he can come up with it.
Okay, please
give him
give
time,
it to
Chris.
him.
Go ahead. Find one that says the exact opposite.
I mean, here's a guy that's all he does. He read a fucking bear
Global
than a chick.
wait, whoop, there you go. Global population of polar bears has increased by 2,650 to 5,700 since 2001. There you go.
No, what's that all about, Chris?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's all that about? That's
I'm trying
phony.
to read it here.
Yeah.
Now, who came up with that? The fucking
The point is
that snake flag or
listen,
whatever.
the point is it doesn't matter. That does not prove there's global warming. That has nothing to do with it. That's a bunch of nonsense.
Well, you know what? I just wish that I could bring someone, maybe on phone.
Maybe
on phone. If you don't fucking embrace me.
Well, wait a minute.
I could have
can I
someone on the
explain-
phone against you.
Wait a minute. Can I explain to you the theory of global warming? I'm not going to say yes or no to it. I'm going to explain what it is. Do you know what it is? Can I at
Yeah,
least explain?
yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
you explain it to me
What you talking about, Willis?
without a help from Arnold.
Generalization of
Yes,
this
what is it?
there's a hole in our fucking
No,
system.
that's the ozone hole you're talking.
Yeah,
That's
and-
UV
and-
radiation. That is not global warming.
Well, that's because of that.
No, that's not global
make-
warming. That's because of the CFCs. That's chlorofluorocarbons. You're totally off kill. Here is the theory of global warming for you, okay?
Perhaps
For
the
kids,
laws of
okay?
physics cease to exist on your stove.
Attaboy, Joey.
You
Atta baby.
motherfucker.
All right,
you.
so-
Yeah. What am I, a clown? What am I got to amuse you? All right, here. Let me amuse you.
Go ahead. I want to hear this.
Okay, right. All right. This is the theory of global warming. Okay, I'm not going to say yes or no, but this is the theory.
All right.
Okay.
Be nice.
All right,
now.
no, I'm gonna
Because
give it to you scientifically.
I've got a lot of polar bear fans.
It had nothing to do with the fucking polar bears.
Fuck you too. On
all
that,
right.
The polar bears are good people too.
Well, they're doubling in population, so you should be ecstatic. Anyway, okay, CO2 is emitted by your car, etc., by your breath, right? CO2. You
Yep.
breathe in oxygen, you breathe out CO2,
All
correct?
right, all
Okay.
right, okay.
Cars belch out CO2, etc. Coal-fired plants, CO2. Carbon dioxide. Okay. Carbon dioxide gets in the atmosphere.
Right.
Okay. The sun, do you know what radiation is? Heat. There are three types of heat. Radiation, convection, and conduction. Okay? I won't go into the details.
Okay.
But anyway, the sun radiates heat by radiation. The radiation comes to the Earth in short wave radiation. Radiation comes in wavelengths because it acts like a wave. And waves have certain lengths. Short wavelength radiation. Got it? Coming from the sun.
Got it.
It
That's
hits
the first one.
It hits the Earth. This
Okay.
shortwave radiation from the sun hits the Earth.
That was
Got
the
it?
first part.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
It hits the Earth. It's reflected off the Earth because supposedly the Earth is a black body radiator. Okay. So it radiates. It emits the same amount that it takes in. It reflects the same amount that's hit. Okay.
Okay.
But it's long wave radiation that's reflected. Got it?
Not that part, but go ahead.
Well, the radiation turns from short wave to long wave radiation as it bounces. It's
I
not
got you. Okay. All right.
The CO2 blocks long wave radiation. It allows short wave radiation in, but it
Right.
blocks long wave radiation leaving.
So where does that go?
It acts like it comes back down to the Earth and heats it. And that is the theory of global warming.
Okay, so
There
then
you go.
So then it just bounces off this
Right. It bounces off the Earth in short waves,
Right.
goes to long waves, and the carbon dioxide
But the
absorbed
long waves
are
is
blocked
not,
by CO2.
blocked, right.
Correct.
So now it's hitting back at the Earth.
That's right. It's blocked like a blanket, theoretically, and it comes back again and heats the Earth more.
I swear to God, I never knew how that works.
That's what it was. Well, then at least you know the theory.
Maybe
but
then
that is
you
not what
should-
happens physically.
Maybe you should represent the polar bears in this situation.
I don't want I like the polar bears dying off. Fuck them.
See that's what I'm talking about, Chris.
I don't care about the polar bears.
Just when we get them on our side, this is what this prick gets going on, killing the white polar.
But at least I know what the theory. How can you trust a theory you don't even know what they're talking about? That's what gets me about
absolutely not. And
Well,
there's a lot of
read
people
about
like
it.
me
But
that
physicists have
know that we got to trust someone.
I've got a lot of arguments against that. Physicists don't believe it. That's not what happens when carbon dioxide.
So the last part is what the whole disagreement's about.
Exactly. Because what happens is,
So
all right, let me tell you what
your
really
side
happens.
is saying that it's still going up.
Well,
our side is saying that it's coming down.
No, there are several things. There are several problems with it. Okay. First of all, the Earth is not a black body radiator. Okay. The heat that comes in, a lot of it's absorbed by the oceans, plants, forests, etc. So it doesn't just bounce back out into the atmosphere. So a lot of it is blocked by CO2 also. Even the long wave radiation is blocked on the way in. Here's the other problem. CO2, once it gets hit, once radiation turns into heat,
okay.
CO2, you can
and
think
what
of,
stage is that?
well, at all stages. It's radiation. Heat is radiation.
I know, but
there's long
gotta
wave
be...
and short wave, supposedly.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
All right, so
even if
we're
it's
in
short
stage
wave,
two.
long wave radiation, it hits the CO2 molecule. It doesn't bounce back to the Earth. It can go in any direction. It may slow down a little bit, but most of it's going to go back out into space right where it belongs.
Okay.
That's the problem. It doesn't just bounce and hit back into Earth. That's stupid.
Now that's what
it can
they're
go
saying.
anywhere. Exactly.
Okay.
In fact, there are theories read about it. All
hope,
I'm saying is
hope
everybody
you're right.
read about
I hope
it.
you're right. It's just that
know
the
what's
Republican
scary?
Party
Right.
says it, and if anything they say, I tend
But
to
you believe
fucking...
Barack Obama?
Well, what he's doing now, man, is unbelievable.
I don't want to talk about Iran.
Okay.
We're talking about global warming. All right?
Okay. All right.
How is destroying the coal industry good and making everybody's
Do we
bills?
really need coal anymore?
Well, it's cheap. Sure, we do.
Why do we need coal?
Because
Why
it's
can't we
cheap.
move on?
Because it's cheap.
Okay.
Well, you don't care if they double your bills, your energy bill, for the global warming.
No, I would like to ask you a question.
Yes, go
Why is our solar energy, if we want to put something on our roof, so expensive? Why
Because
can't we make that cheaper for everybody to have?
Because the materials in the solar panels are very expensive. That's the
Why
problem.
can't they make this cheaper? Armand?
Because they need certain metals and certain elements that are very rare.
And you're saying it really is that expensive, or
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I
need
didn't
certain
know that.
need certain rare earth elements to store the energy that are very. It's not like
shouldn't-
coal. You dig anywhere, you got coal.
Yeah, but shouldn't we really focus in on that to make that a little cheaper so everyone?
Ocho, man, you know what my solution is?
Tell me.
Nuclear power. Nuclear power is clean, efficient. You have a definite grid. You can have a small nuclear plant right next to a city.
Yeah.
You're not going to get destroyed by electromagnetic pulse if these terrorists blow up. It's perfect. But what's the problem? Everybody thinks it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous because of 3 Mile Island, like in
nothing
the
happened.
Early '80s.
Yeah, but you're on an aircraft carrier. There's a nuclear reactor on that aircraft carrier. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Nuclear submarines, nuclear air. Come on, it's completely
I
safe.
understand all that,
Right.
But if one of these just goes haywire, it could take out
but
the entire city.
You're talking about 1979. We have these fourth generation nuclear plants. There's no meltdown. It's impossible. It can't melt down.
Really? I didn't.
That's
know
what
that.
I'm saying.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Read about it.
Oh.
Everybody read about it.
Well, it's.
Hey, and
no.
by the way, did
Yeah.
you see my stock? Micron Tech?
Hey, I got to tell you, this fucker brought up that stock
Yeah,
last week.
I remember.
It went up 12%
12%. It was $17.50. It was about $20 today.
I got
smart, they're listening.
I got nothing for you guys out there today.
Yeah,
I mean,
well.
our baseball is shot to hell because of All-Star break. Armand, you got to fill our people in. What do you got out there?
Well, I don't know, Mike. I still like Micron Tech, to tell you the truth. MU, still pretty good. Celgene's also up. I gave that one up a couple months ago. That was way up.
When you walked in here, though, you were talking about Netflix.
Well, they've already gone up. I think you missed the boat on Netflix.
We
that was
did miss
today.
the boat on that.
But
Okay.
if it goes below 100, take it. But I don't know if it's going to. It went up $12 today
right.
in one day.
Jesus.
But what about the? Did you have a pick on the girls' soccer team? Oh, you didn't give a damn, did you?
I didn't give a damn.
No, his
I'm the
pick-
kind of guy that always.
His pick was that he could go out there with
What was it?
I could go out there with 10 fucking average fucking Tonys out there.
Tony,
Ten Tonys.
well, I don't know about
A team
that.
full of Tonys.
I could have.
I think you-
I could have 10 barefooted Tonys out there with me, and I'd be the
One-legged.
goalie.
You think? No, you think like SIU could beat their team, like their a good college men's
really-
team,
the
I
men's
swear.
team.
a good
Oh,
college men's
absolutely.
team. Really, you think so?
There's no
Yes.
question.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean you don't?
I don't know. They're not that bad. I don't know.
We are men. I think
I
we
get
could
it,
beat
but
a
we are
WNBA team.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I think soccer's different. I mean, it's a
It's-
pussy
it's-
sport. You don't have to be tough.
I'm saying to you right now, anything a woman can do,
Yeah.
we could do probably a little bit better.
But these are pro
Anything
women
chicks
What
versus
is a
amateur
pro woman? What is a pro woman now? One that's getting played to play basketball. The games are 75 to 62.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, I think that Ronda Rousey could kick pretty much a lot
There
of guys'
is
asses.
no question
That
in
chick
my
could
mind.
kick- I don't know if I wanna
Ronda
fight her.
Rousey is a fucking badass.
Well, I'm
and,
telling you.
and she would beat that fucking Mayweather in a fight.
I
That's
think so
all.
too.
I
What,
would
in a UFC fight, you mean, or not boxing?
No, a UFC. fight.
UFC fight.
How'd that come up? Did he say something?
No,
Because she
Yeah.
brought it up
Oh.
and said
She
he's
called
a
him out.
fucking pussy, basically.
As she called him out.
God
'cause
bless Ronda Rousey.
Well, it's a different
man.
sport. I mean, I like the gal, but
She
I
won.
don't think she could beat she couldn't beat a welterweight men's champ,
Oh,
obviously.
fuck him. You know
But
what?
she could beat most men up.
Putting on gloves, putting on big pillow gloves.
She won like fighter of the year at the ESPYs. And
Oh, did
her,
she?
And her response, because it was between her and Floyd, and her
Oh.
comment on the stage was, "It looks like I'm the one who's beaten men now," since he was accused of domestic
Nice.
violence.
Nice.
Ooh, oh, was he? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, he's Money
Nice.
Mayweather. I don't like that guy. I like
Oh,
Such
who
a
the hell
fun-
would like that guy?
So listen, I started to follow him on Facebook just because I wanted to see the shit. I mean, that guy, the stuff, all his posts are just stacks of money and jewelry.
Money.
Just that's all he posts all day long. Stacks of
Money.
money.
Well, I got to say, at least the guy's not a hypocrite. He says, "I do it for
Yeah.
money." Well, okay, at least the guy's telling the truth. You know?
And why did
course he's doing it
people
for
why
money.
did people buy that fight just to see?
I don't
know.
know.
I'll tell you because we
See him
wanted to
getting-
see his ass kicked.
yeah, but it
We
was
didn't
hard.
we don't like this guy.
I
The
watched
public
this-
doesn't like this guy.
So I watched this.
I don't think this guy one
This,
time is going to beat him. Though I saw him fight
yeah.
the other. He's not that good. He didn't look good.
So I
Did you
saw-
see that
really don't
fight?
care. I will not pay $100.
No, I was on
to
free
watch.
TV that one
Yeah,
time.
but I will not
No, I
pay
wouldn't- I
any
wouldn't
more
pay
money
anyway.
on that.
So I was watching this video. He landed like he has this. I think it's a Falcon 500 or something. It's a super nice jet. Okay, of
course.
He lands at I think LaGuardia or somewhere like that. Some small private airport outside of New York. I guess it wasn't LaGuardia. And he gets off, and the ground crew's all out there. He walks up to every one of these guys. The guy's directing the plane in. The guy just handing them stacks of money.
Well, that's
just
nice
like,
of
here's just tipping everybody.
Stacks, not
Stacks-
just one. or-
stacks
Probably 10,000.
of money.
You're kidding.
No.
But I guarantee you, he had the camera on him.
Oh, no, that's what I mean.
yeah,
I mean, he's
Absolutely.
not going to do that without the camera.
Agreed.
I don't think the guy's that bad. I mean, apparently he takes care of his entourage. I believe there's a lot of barnacles on the hull of that ship.
I think he
And
fights.
that's all right.
I think his
nut.
fights are boring. I
Yeah,
think
but he made
runs
what
a lot.
200? How many? 200 million or something? That's
He's a
ungodly
fucking
money.
pussy. He jabs and then he runs around.
He's not an
It's
exciting
like-
fighter. I
It's
agree.
nothing like the old fighters you used to see. You know, even back in the Larry Holmes days, these guys stood still and they fucking whacked each other. You know.
Who's your favorite
Oh,
fighter?
that sounds like a.
Well, I gotta tell you, it was Larry Holmes. At the
Wow,
time.
Larry Holmes. I
and-
never thought he'd say that.
Larry Holmes.
Why?
Larry Holmes to me was the epitome of fighting. He took on everyone that was on.
Yeah,
that
but he wasn't a
heavyweight.
real exciting fighter either.
Oh,
right?
fuck, he'd measure you up. See, and then he'd fucking lay into you. Ronaldo Snipes, I think he slit his fucking lip inside his lip for like 35, 40 stitches. This guy was a fucking
I'm not
animal.
saying he's not a bad. He wasn't exciting.
And,
fighter.
and then the big white hope with George Clooney. He fucking
George
made him look
Clooney?
like a chump.
Oh, you mean what?
Yeah, George Clooney.
Not George Clooney. He's an actor.
Oh, not George Clooney, the other Clooney. What?
George Clooney.
I'm sorry, I said George Clooney. There was a Clooney fighter.
Cooney. Gary Cooney.
Gary.
What the hell's he talking? He's nuts.
All right,
getting
whatever,
drunk.
whatever.
Anyway, I personally, I think, I like
George Clooney, I said.
Yes, 3 times.
All right, go
today's
fuck
episode
yourself.
of
I
Ochoman
said-
Behind the Eight Ball, sponsored by
All
George
right.
Clooney and El Chapo.
Chapo
Hey,
Pharmaceuticals.
that ought to be our fucking sponsor, El Chapo.
El Chapo.
When you're out there, El Chapo, running through those jungles and kicking back and enjoying life. Think about me, the Ocho Man, saying, I can't believe you pulled it off.
Ocho Man Behind the Eight Ball, brought to you by the Sinaloa Cartel, your criminal organization of choice. Remember, El Chapo's for you.
El Chapo. You couldn't make it without
Ovaltine.
El Chapo.
Take our drugs or we'll decapitate you. Hey, I personally like Marvin Hagler.
You can't stop-o El Chapo.
Oh, that's a nice one. I like that.
Bring those in. Give us.
You can't El Stapo,
This
El
segment
Chapo.
of the Ocho Man Behind the Eight Ball brought to you by the Sinaloa Cartel, because you can't stop-o El Chapo.
Even the Gestapo can't stop El Chapo.
El Chapo.
I think it may be time to sign off.
Yeah.
We're getting a little giddy here. George Clooney fighting
All
Larry
right,
Holmes.
I didn't mean George Clooney.
What's Larry Holmes? What was his nickname?
I was picturing an ER.
Oh, it was named after that town.
That's right.
I was
What was that
picturing
town's
George
name?
Clooney
It was
from
Ohio
ER.
town.
Yeah, right. In Scrubs.
It was an Ohio town. What was
Pennsylvania. Easton Assassin.
it? Yeah, there you go.
Easton, Pennsylvania.
Ah, he was a good fighter.
He's all right.
And my dad's favorite fighter was Carlos Palomino.
No kidding.
Yeah, he used to
Holy
love Carlos
shit.
Palomino.
He did that Miller Lite commercial,
The
remember?
painted
Rest
horse.
in peace,
Is that what he's...
Dad.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all he did. Was
He's a good guy.
Carlos Palomino. Anyway, guys, we had a great show. Armand, anything going on with you?
I think
this
my
week?
dad's favorite boxer was, he's still
I don't
alive.
give a fuck. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, if we're doing a, if we're doing
My
an
dad's
homage
dead.
to our
My
fathers,
dad's dead. What the fuck?
he liked Joe Louis.
Joe Louis. He was
Louis.
around for Joe Louis?
Yeah, of course.
All right. What about you, Chris?
Brown
What do you got
bomber.
going this weekend, babe?
Oh,
I'm going to Chicago.
I have to go to a wedding
Oh, I
Wedding.
hate those.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'd rather go to a funeral
up
than
in
a wedding.
Grafton.
Grafton.
Illinois.
Will you stand up and say, don't do this?
I will. I absolutely will. Say
Jeez,
this
how
is
can
a
he say
mistake.
he's married? You're married.
that's true.
I'm the only guy who can say it married.
Yeah.
Don't get married.
Yes.
Don't get married.
Okay.
Who is it?
All right, my friends.
Need a chiropractor.
You don't have any picks?
There's no fucking games on today. What do
Sure
you
there
want?
is. Thursday, there's got to be.
No, there's no baseball today.
Sure there is.
I think they're starting tomorrow. There you had the All-Star break.
Right, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, right? They don't take Thursday off, too.
I don't think
I
so.
don't
yeah.
think so either, do they? Well, I haven't
Gotta be
looked,
a good-
man.
yeah, you're just lazy, that's all.
I've been looking at my fucking vacation. I'm getting ready to take off.
Yeah, I didn't
on my
even look at the stocks. I don't know what to tell you guys. Anyway,
who gives a shit? I'll give them their picks. We're going to be off next week, guys.
Yeah, I
I'm
got
going
2
on a
weeks without your
vacation.
picks?
Yeah, whatever. We're going
buy
to be gone.
Netflix if it goes below 100.
Oh, what is that now?
Buy Netflix if it goes below 100, but
Yeah,
it's
there
probably
you
not.
go.
Even if it
Then
goes to
what
105,
the fuck
buy
you
it.
telling me my picks for then? You got your picks.
Well, Netflix is one. That's a good one, but I don't know. Boy, that thing's going up so much.
What about my Apple? How's that
Apple's
going?
doing good too.
Apple's
yeah, it's back up to about 120. They got earnings next week though. If it goes down, it gets if it gets wiped out, goes down like 115. Buy it.
Anyone drinking my fucking whiskey here? Legendary Hatfield and McCoy.
That's our other sponsor.
Oh, dude.
Hey, I don't think Nick ate his bagel.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch.
I get his bagel.
I think that's a euphemism.
Why don't you leave him
I
in
think that's
the
a
bagel?
euphemism for Nick in general. He didn't eat his
Yeah.
bagel.
I think he ate the whole, but he left the rest.
You're gonna take the bagel too, aren't you, the weasel?
Damn right, and the sour and the cream cheese. Too.
And the cream cheese.
Hey,
All right,
what do
my
you think?
friends.
You think Nick's a little goofy though, don't you think?
I love Nick.
I know, but he's you know,
Oh, fuck you.
he's like that old uncle, that you always knew he was a little he's a little daft.
Oh, yeah, you
Come
know
on,
what?
you got to admit when he said Hitler got a time machine.
I just quickly ran over that one.
That was great. Just when you thought, I thought he was going to say yes, he's alive, or no, that's a myth. He beat me on that one. I did not see that coming.
Ah, fuck it. You know what? We need a little wacky shit here. So
No, I love it.
I love Nick. I love you. I love this guy here. I'm a big homo
You love the
here.
polar bears.
I love the polar
Hey,
bears.
but
I
here's a
love
trivia
the
question.
Pope. I
What
love
color's a
Obama.
polar bear? What color's a polar bear's skin?
I would say pink.
No, it's black.
It's black.
Black.
How could it be black? You're
It's
kidding.
black.
Because I thought every white.
Look it up.
No, I don't want to look. You
Chris,
don't have
look
to
it
look.
up. Everybody out there, look it up.
Yeah,
polar bear skin
everybody
is black.
look up whenever you're fucking freed up the polar bear skin. All right, my friends, that does it for our Ocho Man show. It's been great having you guys. Have a great weekend. From the Ocho Man and the crew, we are out of here.
I said I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. I said I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
And it ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the the tough get going. Who's with me? Let's go! Come on! Ah!
The Ochoman, Behind the 8 Ball. Only on Ignotainment. Leave us your questions and comments below this podcast in the comments section of the iTunes Podcast Store.